For some reason, I can't get the stream to start. Like I keep. Oh, here we go. Now everybody's hearing this. Of course. Hang on, guys. YouTube's being weird. Being weird. People. Good morning. Get over here. Good morning. Good morning, people. Good it's Sunday. Get Thanks over for here. Coming. Hanging out. Good morning. Good morning, people. On a Sunday morning.
Yo.
It's Sunday. Yo.
I'm hearing everything twice.
Hanging out. Sucks to be you. Good morning, people. On a Sunday morning. See
Yo.
what I can do about that. Yo.
I'm hearing everything twice.
Why are you hearing everything twice? Sucks to be you. Sunday morning. See what I should be hearing.
I'm hearing everything.
Why are you hearing everything twice? Sucks to be you. Hang on, folks. This is gonna be one of these days.
I'm hearing it's a crazy echo.
Sucks to be you. I don't know why. Hang on. One of these days. I wonder, is everybody else hearing that echo?
I'm hearing it's a crazy echo.
Let's see what I can do here. I don't know why. Hang on, Mike. I wonder, is everybody else hearing that echo?
I'm hearing it's a crazy echo.
Let's see what I can do here. I don't know why. Hang on, Mike. How about now? I wonder, is everybody else hearing that echo?
I'm hearing it's a crazy echo.
Everyone's hearing the echo. Okay. I don't know why. Can you talk? How about now? I wonder, is everybody else hearing that echo? Kirk?
This is trippy.
Everyone's hearing the echo. Are you still hearing the echo, 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 echo? Okay, why are we echoing, echoing?
This is so trippy.
Everyone's hearing the echo. Are you still hearing the echo, 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 echo? Okay, why are we echoing? You know what I bet?
Yeah,
you know what I think it is?
so
Hang on.
trippy.
Everyone's hearing the echo. I bet you it's this. Echo, 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 echo. You know what I bet?
Yeah,
you know what I think it is? Hang on. Did I get any better? I bet you it's this. Echo, 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 echo. You know what I bet?
Yeah,
you know what I think it is? Hang on. Did I get any better? I bet you it's this. Hang on.
No,
Let me mute my mic.
it did not.
You know what I bet?
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? Hang on. Does it get better when my mic mutes? Hang on. Let me mute my
No,
mic.
it did not.
You know what I bet?
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? Hang on. Does it get better when my mic mutes? Hang on. Let me mute my
No, it
mic.
did not.
You know what I bet?
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? Hang on. Does it get better?
No, it doesn't. Oh my god. This is some crazy
Sorry.
stuff.
I think I
people.
figured it out. I'm an idiot. Okay. All right. Welcome to Amateur Hour, people. Is that better? I think that's better, right? Everybody cool?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it is. I
Okay.
think you fixed whatever the problem was.
Yeah, the problem was I had YouTube open in the background and I didn't realize it was still open. I forgot to shut it down.
Yeah. But you
So
got a big white band at the
yeah.
bottom of
It's
your
because
screen.
I shut off StreamYard trying to figure out what the heck was the problem. But I think we're back here. We're good. All right, everybody good. All right. I feel like I should play the intro again.
Good morning. Good morning. Pow, 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 pow.
All right, everybody awake. Good morning, people. Sorry about that. That was my bad. I'm just. Good morning. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here on the
Take
Sunday morning
two.
Fishroom Hangout stream. Take two. Kirk's here, in case you didn't hear him. And yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That was all my bad. What it was is for some reason I started streaming and I was using OBS. I clicked the start stream. I have everything up. And clicked the start stream button. Waited for like 2 minutes and nothing happens. Nothing's going on. The stream's not starting. I'm like, what is going on? So then I open up my phone, making sure, double checking. Then I open it up on my computer to make sure that, like, am I streaming? I can't see it live. And of course, I had to, I don't know, whatever. I had to start and stop streaming 3 times before it actually started streaming. So I don't know what the hell the problem was.
That's some crazy shit, you
Yeah,
know?
it's like it didn't want me to stream. Anyway.
The streaming
Deep
gods
breaths.
did
Deep
not want you
breaths.
to stream.
Good morning. Color Guppies, good morning. Michael A, good morning. 3G, good morning. Scotty Aquatic, good morning. Sailing Aquatics, good morning. Johnny Mac, good morning. Eduardo, what up, man? Darlene's Tanks, good morning, good morning. Merrick T, morning. Jeremy, Merrick T, Jeremy, that rhymes. Good morning. I'm almost down to 3 tanks. The 3 tanks I need to be at. All right, cool. I don't know if that's good or bad or what is going down. Down to 3 tanks. That's not good. Monster Fish Cow. Good morning. Who else we got here? Window Liquor number 5. Good morning. Good morning. Did you ever get your stickers? Did you ever get your stuff? Window Liquor. Let me know. Or is it still in the mail? I have the tracking somewhere. I gotta look for it. Fishymon's here. Am I missing anybody? Good. TJ. Good morning, TJ. Mary Beth. Good morning. Anyone else? If I missed you, I apologize. The bipolar fish keeper.
Bardo's here.
Eduardo, what up? Long Family Shoal. Vinoxky, Big Shrimpin'. Alright, Dennis Christensen, hello, hello. I said Scotty Aquati, yep. Only Oscars, good morning. The echo is crazy, I apologize. I know, no. We figured it out. I forgot sometimes, I think I need what I need is like a second computer. Just for like a laptop. I need a laptop, that's what I need. That could probably solve a lot of my problems. Anyway.
I see you growing a beard for the cold weather as well.
Yeah, January's a good time to grow a beard. Let's put it that way. Because February is one of the worst months ever. And March sometimes isn't much better.
Yeah.
And it was wicked cold. So, kind of worked out. Plus, I'm going all wild, man. I don't know. I'm like 3 months overdue for a haircut. I got just falling apart. Just bear with me. It might get worse before it gets better. All right. What are we doing today? Salient needs stickers. All right. Did you email me for stickers? I think I just saw you email me yesterday. Is that you? I saw an email come through for stickers. I glanced at it, but I usually get that stuff like later Monday-ish. I want stickers. God damn it. All right. Well, send me an email. The email is, where is it? It'll pop up. It's, I can push the button, but it's stepsunknownfishkeeping@gmail.com.
Just went blurry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Monster Fish Cow. Thank you. And it'll pop up every once in a while.
Scary.
I know, isn't it? Cool. All right. So what were we talking about?
Shrimpin says, I'm heading into work. It's a plumbing emergency. LOL.
Nice. Bridge is going to get attacked. We say, yes, sir. I just opened it this morning. All right, sweet. Whoop. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Glad you got it. What am I doing here? I'm going to change the camera. No, I'm going to grab something. Let me show you what I've been working on. Kirk. We've
Yeah.
discussed this. You've been up my butt about this a lot of times. You know, you're like, well, if you
Oh,
only
you
knew
mean the 3D printer
somebody who
thing?
had a 3D printer. Well, guess what I set up?
If only.
I set up my printer. And I started printing these things out for, I had a short on my channel recently about my goldfish that got stuck in my python. Luckily, it wasn't, you know, I didn't have the siphon, well, it was draining, but I didn't have like the faucet siphon going. It was just draining, gravity draining. And that just prompted me to think, you know, I need some sort of guard. I was using a mesh net over top of my thing, and I'm like, that's janky. So I made these things. This is got a little teeth on it. It fits over the python. Suppose I could get the python. Show you. Let me get the python. At least at the end.
Why don't you get the
I get the
Python?
business end here. Okay? Business end of the python. We
Yeah.
might need this too at some point today. Python. Thing goes over, snaps on. I put little teeth on it so you can grind up the substrate a little bit. This one's got like a fine mesh. That's for keeping like shrimp and babies out. I have different, I'm working on different size meshes. I got one that's like big enough just to keep goldfish out. So like big, thick, just a gate, basically great. And one that's kind of in between. So that's what I've been working on with that. I also did I wanted to check that. I made a spawning mop out of a ring of plastic too.
Yeah, I seen a picture of that. It was like very weird. I couldn't understand what was going on there.
It was just basically, alright, I'll pull it out because I need to check it for eggs anyway. So let me get this python out the way. And let me get a container so I'm not dripping water all over the place. This works. Let me get the spawning mop out of the tank. Hey, get out of there, you weirdos. Alright, this is the mop I made. Basically, it's a little, whoa. Just made a little disc, right? 3D printed disc with a bunch of little holes in it to hold the mop. And the disc, when I printed it, I put a big air bubble in the rim there so that it has trapped air in there, so it can't really ever sink unless it gets punctured. That's about
Hmm.
it. And it just floats around. Now, I did this so I could pull the I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is a good idea. But either way, it still functions as a mop. I need to set this down. For it is. But I made it so I could pull like the strands like all the way through one by one. And the idea was it would clean the eggs off as I did that. So if there were any eggs, it'd be. But I don't think this is good. Because this would be tedious as hell. It'd be easier just look through the mop for eggs, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
So we'll see. I don't know if there's
I've
any. I
never
just put
looked.
this in the tank, so I don't even know if there's eggs in this mop, but we'll find out.
I've never really looked through a mop for eggs, so I don't know if that would be easier as opposed to just looking through the mop.
The other problem is I'm going blind, so I suddenly lost the ability to see things close. My cheapo drugstore reading glasses. It's when you know you're old.
Hmm.
When you need bifocals or whatever. Can't see close
Yeah.
anymore. Some stuff. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I do see an egg. I wonder. Ooh. No, it's not an egg. Okay. See at least one egg. Maybe I should leave it in
Eduardo
here.
says they got pills for that.
They got pills for your eyes. That'd be nice.
Or getting old, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Pills that keep you young, maybe. I don't know.
Those elixirs. Elixir of youth. Ute.
Youth.
So yeah, this was my
He
idea. I don't
said
know
that
how good of an idea it is, but it works.
Salient wants some stickers. Eduardo was saying this.
Yeah, I saw that.
One, please don't send him a bag of dicks. Thank you.
No promises.
That was Eduardo's contribution.
The only reason he's saying that's because that's what I sent Eduardo.
Oh, you did?
No,
I'm jealous.
you should be. Although, what is it? Last Christmas, that's what I got somebody. Like, we do this thing with my real friends.
Ah, your real
My
friends.
real friends. Every year that we get together and we do like a
Debbie from across the pond. Good morning. I mean, good afternoon to you.
good
How are you?
morning, afternoon, Debbie. Thanks for being here. Yeah, and last year it was I got a little bag of I bought with a gift a little bag of dicks. They were like little like rubber, little 1 inch, like had eyes and feet. So that's what they got. This year I got a T-Rex with a gnome riding it, and a cat firing a ballista off the back, and there was an American flag on the back of the T-Rex too.
Wow, sounds like some really good friends, man.
Friends like that, who needs friends? All right, I think I got them all. I don't know if that egg survived this whole onslaught that I just did. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of things, didn't I? I missed these.
So yeah, so you pull it all through, and what happens to the eggs?
I don't know. Supposedly they all gather at the end here, but I'm not seeing them. So I guess that didn't work.
They drop off, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. My hand was there, so
So are they on the ground now?
I don't think so. I think they're still in this mop. Hang on. I'm trying to get this string. String is yanked.
Yeah.
Trying to get them all to one side because I don't think this is going to function like this anymore. Like I'm not doing this again. So it's just going to
He's
it's going
here.
to
Good
function as a
morning, Keith.
mop. Good morning. Good morning, Keith. Oh, yeah, speaking of Keith. Well, I guess that didn't work because this came through the mop, the other side. There's the egg. So, fail.
Epic fail.
But it functions as a mop, so it's not really a fail. It just still floats. But this
Yeah.
idea didn't work. But you never know until
So
you
you
try
made a
something.
cork.
I basically made a floating.
Basically,
Yeah, basically I made a floating ring for a mop.
yeah.
So it works as a floating
Hmm.
ring for a mop. So, and it's got
Yeah.
like 60 some strands on it. I forget what the heck it is. So decent, about the size of mops I usually always make. Actually, I think I only make them like 50-ish.
So you knock both ends of the string or something like
Yeah, I
that?
tied them both up. It's that acrylic yarn, so I tied it up, and then I took a lighter and melted the end so it wasn't all.
And so what? And now they can't get through the hole that they're sliding through?
Yeah, so you can't pull it all the way through. You can
Mm.
just pull it to the knot. All right.
Right.
Speaking of mops, I'm over here with my glasses, and I have some more mops to check. So let's check some mops real quick, shall we? I got the Gertrudes. Here, wait. Let's get a better camera over here. Let's get this 4K camera. And well, I'll leave that there for now. And then I'll switch the camera angle. Do. Good morning, Ricky De Hoyos. What's going on, man? All right, where are we at? Where are we at? It's a little too much. Oh, I think, is this? This looks like really like blown out white, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's because I think I have the camera set. I was recording something. Properties, figure. Camera control. Let's autofocus. We are low light. We are auto exposure. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, cool. Good enough. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. I usually like to set the focal length when I'm recording something because I hate that stupid autofocus thing. Sometimes that really screws you up your stuff. Anyway, here's the old mops that I usually have. Is just the same thing. A bobber. And some yarn. This is acrylic.
Yeah.
Same yarn. These are from the Gertrude tank, and I already see an egg right there. Pseudomugel Gertrude. Been gathering these for a little while now. And I'm looking in the bin that I put them in. I don't know if we all remember my little hatching thing. But we're going to work on that today, too. That's actually part of what I want to do. The whole goal is, there's another egg. A lot of times I'll take the eggs and I'll put them on the back of my thumb until I'm done going through the mop, and then I put them all in the tank. And I have this plant right here that I like to squeeze the water into.
You ever
Keeps it off the floor.
get them on the back of your thumb and
No,
go
actually,
start doing something else?
no. But I have knocked them off my back of my thumb and have never found them again, so I guess it's not a good thing either. So sorting through here, I don't know what the heck that is. That's some weird junk. Part of a leaf. Yeah, it's a little early for these guys too. I usually like to check this mop around like 10, 11 in the morning. That seems to be the best time for when they're done doing their morning fooling around, I guess. Found a couple eggs.
And they're done doing their morning shenanigans.
That's right. Yeah, I'm only seeing, what was that, 3 eggs I found? Okay. Might check this again in the evening. Those are the Gertrudes. Let me put this in the tank. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go over here. Put that out of my way. Put this back. The other thing I've been gathering is Luminotus eggs. Actually, I was talking about how I was having the problem with, like, I was gathering the Luminotus eggs, but I wasn't getting them to hatch. And then I noticed that in the tank that I had them in, I found like 3 little babies. So I guess they got out of the little container and hatched in the tank.
In
so
the tank.
There's at least 3. I believe they're Luminotus. They're kind of still little to tell, but they got that color about them. Speaking of Luminotus, there's some eggs.
Orangish color.
Yeah, that whatever. Just lost that egg. Where'd it go? There it is. There's 2 right there. Luminotus eggs have like a slight little yellowish orange color too. I don't know. Obviously, you probably can't see that on the camera, but.
No. Yeah. Can't.
No.
That's amazing, though. Amazing.
Amazing.
Nature is so amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, I put that short out of those guys just on the Gertrudes about hanging out that spawning mop all day long. That's all they do. In and out of that mop, looking around, either they're looking for food or they're laying eggs.
Are they feeding on the eggs as well?
I'm sure they are.
Do they eat their own eggs? Do they?
Yeah, I think they would. I'm sure they do. I mean, I found, like, I haven't seen anybody eat eggs, but I could imagine they would.
Yeah.
The one thing I have noticed is, like, I have Cyanodorsalis too. I'll check them up in a little bit. But my experience is the Cyanodorsalis are small, kind of small. These are Luminotus. Let me make sure I put them in the right bin. They're kind of small fish, right? I think they're smaller than Gertrudes. They're smaller than Luminotus. And their eggs are bigger. That's what I've noticed that. And from my experiences, from like pulling the mops out and some of the eggs fall out, they can't eat the egg. It's too big for them. So I don't know if that's always true, but I've seen them try to eat the eggs and they can't get them in their mouth.
Yeah.
At least the Cyanodorsalis. I don't know about the. I'm pretty sure the Gertrudes could eat their own eggs because their eggs are small compared to their body size. I think the Luminotus could probably eat their eggs too. The fricatas absolutely could eat their own eggs. Fricata eggs are the biggest of all the ones that I have. I think that's about it. I think I got, what, 4 out of there? Okay. Yeah, the Luminatus are the biggest eggs, but they're also the biggest pseudos. And the Luminatus have a color tint to them too. They're like yellow, orangish, same kind of color as the. I'm sorry, the Fricatas. I'm saying Luminatus. I don't know why I'm saying that. Fricatas. The Fricatas have the biggest eggs, and they're also the biggest pseudo I keep. I think they get the biggest. The Luminatus and the Gertrudes are around the same size. Gertrude's a little bigger, but their eggs are about the same size. This is the Cyanodorsalis tank. Let's see if there's any eggs in here. This is brackish.
So how much in total do you have? 4?
I have 4 different species. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 currently. I may expand that someday. This mop does not look promising. Scan it. I have been getting Luminatus, or I gotta watch what I'm saying here. For Cyanodorsalis eggs, and I have them in the breeder box. I have 2 brackish tanks set up for these guys. Kind of split the colony a little bit. Yeah, I'm not seeing any eggs. It's also kind of early for these guys too. These guys they're kind of like mid-afternoon. I don't know. I should probably keep better notes on this stuff, honestly. All right, well those are the eggs. Not too fruitful, but really I didn't expect too much today, honestly. Next.
You know offhand how many varieties of pseudos are there?
I think I don't know off the top of my head, but I remember looking at the page thinking it was somewhere around 14, 16 species, at least on the rainbow fish, whatever Angfa webpage thingy. What am I doing in here? I was going to change cameras.
Quite a lot.
Yeah. This is my feeding station essentially. We're gonna hatch out brine. I got worms, black worms, grindle worms.
You got brine hatching?
No, but I gotta put brine into the hatchery. That's why I'm here. I got these from the coop. That's just cold. I thought it was wet. Like, why is that wet? I got some more coming, actually. I'm almost out. I've been hatching a lot of brine recently, so it's been going pretty quick. And when I start hatching it, I started making more than I usually make. I usually only made like 1 teaspoon. Now I started making tablespoons. Let that cook. Put that there. I put an order in for the coop today, or last night. Whoops. I gotta feed these guys too. Stream bottom wafers. This one was struggling, so gotta stay on your worms, man, or they, you gotta keep them fed. I should do a video on these worms. This would be a good thing for a macro camera.
KJE says coop eggs are overpriced.
Yeah, I know. But I had to get some other stuff too, so.
You know, I used to get eggs from brine shrimp direct.
Yeah.
I used to get the decapsulated eggs, but they're expensive like hell too.
Yeah.
But they also sell these pearls.
Golden pearls?
Oops. Golden pearls. I think that you can actually feed to your brine shrimp.
Yeah, the golden pearls is like a microfood. Yeah, a lot of that. That's been around for a while. Is that brine shrimp? Oh man, I just got really dizzy. Whoa. Stood up too quick. I'm gonna feed these worms to my baddest. And yeah, golden pearls. Where did I get a sample of them from? I can't remember. Maybe it was Brine Shrimp Direct. Because I ordered, I think that's where I got my screens, because I always screen my
Yeah, one time
brine shrimp.
I ordered decapsulated eggs or something from them, and they sent me golden pearls by
Yeah.
mistake.
Oh, usually they send my experience. They sent me a sample. Damn it! I knew there was a stupid fruit fly got into this gnat thing. So probably gonna have a fruit fly problem coming out of this one. I might have to scrap this. Yep, I already see fruit flies coming out of here. You stupid. This one might be screwed. Contaminated. That's why I keep
I know.
6 colonies.
I've had a colony contaminated, and it was hell trying to get rid of those flies from the colony. They just
Yeah.
keep
Laying eggs.
yeah.
Then you not only have grindle worms, but you got like fruit fly maggots.
Fruit fly, which the fish will eat as well,
Yeah, oh yeah. Sure, they probably like it too.
but then they turn into flies, and then you got these little fruit flies. You try to get rid. I used to have to take the colony outside before I opened it to get rid of the flies before I fed.
And I feed the black worms algae wafers. And that's that. All right. Stood up too quick again. Let's go over here. We're going to do this. I'm going to move this camera. I'm going to switch this camera. Oh, wait. I can't do this right away. We got to do something else first. What was it? A couple weeks ago when we set up this, the new 10-gallon rack system whatever, for the quarantine / grow out breeding stuff. I didn't put any heaters in the tanks, but I did get the heaters. I don't know if you remember this, but I have heaters now. The bottom 2 tanks are empty. I don't even know if you can see the bottom tank right now. Bottom tank is empty. That tank is empty. That one has firemouth cichlids. They're still in quarantine. That one has denison barbs that are still in quarantine. It's been 2 weeks on them, a little over a week on those. Getting close to getting out. Everybody seems to be doing okay. I have to rescape that 75 too, so that's going to be a project. I don't know if we're going to get that today, but we might start setting up for that. But either way, I need to get the heaters plugged in here and here, and I want to move those baby fry, the furcatas, probably into that tank right there. But I want to get in there, put the heater in, probably do a water change, because it's been a while. I don't even know if the cycle is good in there anymore, but they are a little fry, and I can keep up on water changes. So let's do that. Where's my camera? My phone. Oh, here it is. Don't ever set it down. Lady Rorschach, good morning. Feed the flies to the fish. Yeah, the problem is catching them. All right, let's move this up.
Yeah, they're not wingless.
Yeah, they are not wingless fruit flies. This is the moment. That's why if I know like that, every time I'm going to open that container, I'm going to do it outside now, so that anything flies out doesn't fly into my room.
Yeah, because then it just
I do feed them. I feed everything. I mean, I'll feed it for a while
perpetuates
until
the
it gets like.
cycle.
My experience is sometimes when they get contaminated like that, it's hard to get. They almost outcompete the black worms or the grindle worms.
For food.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm getting close to that 500 again. We hit it once. Guess YouTube didn't like it, so it took it away. Don't worry, I'm close. 15 away. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. That would greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't hit that like button, hit that button too. Whoa. Whoa. All right, so I have these. What did I buy these? I got these off of Amazon, I think. Greenland 50-watt heaters. Good enough for a 10-gallon tank. I also have a power strip that I bought. There's already a heater I stuck in that one. There's a heater I'm going to put in this one. None of these are plugged in yet. I haven't put a heater in this one, and I haven't put a heater in this one because this room is kind of warm. And these tanks, well, just through the glass, is running 78 degrees. This tank through the glass is running 76. Let's do it not through the glass. 76.
Lady Rorschach has a question
That one
for
might be a
you.
little
How
cold.
how
Good.
much was the rack in the center of the room, and where did you acquire it?
I don't remember off the top. I think it was like 50 bucks maybe. I got it at Home Depot. It's just like a wire mesh rack in their storage section. It is designed to hold 250 pounds per shelf, and 10 gallons of water is what, 80 pounds? Plus maybe
I
another.
actually have the same rack for my 20 gallons,
Yeah,
20-gallon longs.
I don't think this one's long. You almost need the wider. I didn't get the wider rack. I got the shorter rack, but I think the little bit wider one would be great for 20s. I think this
Yeah,
one's not long
that
enough.
one's not wide enough.
Yeah. Yep. So that's where I got that. This twist tie. I will put this
They come
somewhere.
in black as well too.
And my cat Lily will find it. No matter where I put it, she'll find it. And she'll pull it out and play with it. She's a twist tie.
Jeremy said Costco has the racks, but he thinks it's the wider version.
You're going
Yeah,
a little.
it's you could probably get them at most hardware stores.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, probably. I think you can get like.
I think you could get them on Amazon as well.
Yeah, and I think like Kmart and stuff, or like not Kmart.
Walmart.
Walmart. Thank you. And Target. They might have stuff like that too. Those kind of racks.
Jenny, good morning.
Jen, you. Good morning. And you're going a little robotic, dude. At least on my end.
Mexicali, good morning.
Oh, that's cold. Stick that on the back. Dun dun dun. How cold is this tank? This one looks like 71-ish. 73. Okay. That's a little too cold, in my opinion. And that means the bottom tank's probably like 71 or colder. So let's take a look at that.
Why don't you take a look at that?
72.8. 72.6. Cold. It's too cold. If I was going to do cold water fish, I would do that. Good morning, Jenna P. What else we got
Good
here?
morning, Jenna.
Lowe's, Home Depot, Staples. Yup. Morning, Mexicali. Yeah, okay. So I need the power strip. I don't know if I'm going to plug in a heater in those top two tanks because I have a feeling that once heat starts coming out of these tanks, this is going to get warmer, and this one's already warm enough just from being in this height in the room, the top tank. Does that make sense?
I guess.
Are you feeling me, dog?
Roof.
We can go a little higher than that. We don't need to be. Need to open this. I believe this is the power strip. Okay, looks like a leaf. What the hell's floating around there? Two power strips. Now, here's the tricky part. Do we have power? Probably should have planned this out ahead of time. All right, what do we got over here?
Alien says go to any Aquatis house and you will see 15,000 power strips.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's part of that is an issue. So it's this one. Plug this in to here. plug this. Into here. I know we have. I did. Oh, you know what? I did. I think I set this up in Nightbot. And maybe someone can test it out if we got a mod in the channel. If you type in exclamation point KJE, I think it pops up that little thing with the code and stuff in Nightbot. I don't know if we have a mod that can try that for me. That would be cool. There's a open slot right there. Look at that. Bam, get in there. Cool. 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 All right. Let's put that under there so that obviously when the floor gets wet, we get electrocuted.
Nope.
Didn't work?
Nope.
That sucks. I thought I programmed that. You got to type the hashtag, yeah, or the, yeah, there we go. Only mods can do it, yeah. Nope, I guess not. Guess it didn't work.
Yeah, type hashtag KJE.
No, I'm sorry, it was exclamation point. You were right. I don't know. I guess it doesn't work. Why does this keep going back to all, like, top chat? Yeah, all right. I guess it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not working.
Has what is it? Stupid Nightbot been here at all? Yeah, okay, I see him. So he is in the chat. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to take a look at it. Oh, check it out. My goby's out. Or my blenny. This little guy's cool.
Is he getting braver?
Oh yeah, look at him. You see him right there on top of the coral? And like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like, he is eating algae like a crazy man. He's like, I guess that's why they call him a lawnmower blenny. Because he's going nuts. He's mowing this thing down. Love it.
I think he's actually looking at you.
Oh yeah, he's definitely looking at me. Like, I see you, dude. Look at this fat little belly.
Maybe if I sit here really still, he won't see me.
Yeah, maybe. Well, leave it on there for a sec while I go. I'm gonna do a quick water change on this system here. Daniel Velez, thanks, Scott. Thanks for the stream.
That shrimp is always in the same spot.
Yeah, he's kind of cool. Like he like when I come up to the tank, he comes out and sits right there. So he comes out, like he knows I'm close in it, so he comes out and like checks me out. You know what I mean? So usually he's hiding up underneath.
He's probably waiting for you to drop food in there.
I think he's got it down to a thing. And the other day I got like almost had a heart attack because I thought he was dead. I'm looking in the back in a tank and I see like him laying there, not moving. I'm like, oh no. I go to look at it and it's just I guess he molted, and his molt looks exactly like him, like a shadow.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, and I don't know. It's not there. I left the molt in there, but it's not there anymore. So he must have.
Crazy. That's some crazy stuff.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Laurie says Nightbot
said command doesn't exist.
Command doesn't exist.
Interesting. I have to check that out. I thought I set that up. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Or maybe I don't have it set that mods can do that. Maybe I can do that. Let me try that. What was I going to do? I was going to change cameras. Was I? No. Yes, I was going to change cameras. Because I need... Alright. I need to do some stuff here.
Robert's here. Good morning, Robert.
What's up, Robert? Alright, we got heaters in those tanks. They're both on cooking. I'm going to do a water change in them in a minute. But before we do that, my current sink is filled with driftwood from last week. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, my sink still has the driftwood in it. Soaking. So I can't do water changes until I take the driftwood out. And I think I'm just going to put the driftwood in this tank because when I do escape this tank, I'm going to do pretty much like an entire 100% water change on this, or I don't know. I think the substrate's coming out of here. I think everything's coming out of this tank. So I'm just going to put the logs in there so they can soak. They're pretty much waterlogged. I just don't. They still seem like they want to float a little bit. Let's find out. Not too much, but they do want to float. So.
What kind of wood was that again?
They label it as gnarly wood. Yeah, I think the end that was
Gnarly.
like sticking out of the bucket or whatever I had it in for the first part is kind of still not waterlogged, so we'll let it soak for a couple days. It's getting there.
TJ said to ask your Blenny if he wants to spend some time in a nice freshwater tank with a buffet of hair algae.
No. I don't think he would like that very much. Here's all my moss. I forgot about this moss. Should
Robert
probably.
saying 49 watching and 24 likes. Come
Oof.
on, people, hit the
Oof.
like.
Oof. All right. So that's out of the way. Let me pull the plug on the sink. Get that draining. Do these water changes on this thing. Like a line of stuff there. I want to scrape off, I think. Where is my.
So the fire mounts and Dennis and Barb's doing good, you said?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to separate, or I will not separate, but I'm pretty sure those fire mounts need to be in a bigger tank, man. They're getting a little territorial. And it's only a 10 gallon, you know?
Mm. Yes.
And I think they might be all males, which is probably not good in the long term.
You
But
need
they're going to
something
go.
with some
Good.
line of sight breaks.
Yeah, exactly. There is some in here. That's why I have all those decos in there. But yeah, they just need a bigger tank.
Talking of which, I got some plastic plants I could give you. I've forgotten about those. I got them from the guy that I bought the 90 gallon off of.
Oh, yeah.
And I keep forgetting to bring them for you.
I keep forgetting, not in love anymore. Little Luther Vandross. I think that's who that is. All right. Good
Yeah,
enough.
KJE, plastic plants.
Plastic plants. Sometimes that's all you can do with certain cichlids or fish, depending.
Keith finds it funny.
Hey, don't knock it.
Hey, Peplin's here. Good morning, Peplin.
What's up, Pep?
Brian,
What's up, Peplin?
we're gonna get to meet Peplin and Roxanne, Brian and Roxanne at the Clash
That'll be awesome.
this
Looking forward
year,
to that.
hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of the Clash, hope everybody got their discounted tickets because that sale is over.
Yeah,
Now you got to pay full
yeah,
price. Fish
early fish. The
gets
early
worm.
fish is over.
Early fish got his worm. What is going on here? Why am I not getting a suction? What is happening? Oh, derp.
What was wrong?
Wow. It was kinked.
This the old kink in the hose
The old
trick.
kink in the hose trick. It was pinched. Alright, we'll do a large. Well, I don't know about entire large. Maybe I should clean that sponge too, because that thing's looking ratty. It's got like fuzzies on it. Take care of this real quick. Alrighty. Take care of that. I gotta make sure I get this up to temp when I Where I put the fish in.
Robert says Kinko's was my nickname in college.
Kinko's? What?
Kinko's.
Oh, Kinko's. Yeah. Gotcha.
He
Gotcha.
said link, but I think he meant kink.
Kink? Kink the
Yeah.
link? See how warm that gets.
Aquarium Daily, good morning.
Good morning. What's going on? Yeah. All right. So
John
let's probably do
McKenzie said, I thought the Python was magic and water changed its own on its own.
Look, you got to concentrate very hard. It's it's like all good magic. You got to have somebody involved, and it takes a lot of concentration. It's hard to do that on a live stream.
In front of people.
In front of people. That's right. Can only do it when nobody's watching. Yep. All right, we're gonna do that bottom tank real quick. We're gonna top off this top tank. No worries about lighting or ferts. I don't know what that's all about, Jeremy. My co-host here is apparently he's just staring off into the distance.
What?
I don't know. What's Jeremy talking about?
I don't know.
Plastic plants are the best for breeding, in my opinion. There you go. No worries about lighting or ferts. Yeah, you don't have to worry. Right, plastic plants.
Exactly.
You don't have to fert. Exactly. They're always green and flowering.
Salient says email said it didn't send.
Hang on. I'm not sure what address you're trying, but whoops, I have it turned off. Excuse me. That one. Try that one. Depths unknown fishkeeping at gmail.com. Yep. Depths unknown fishkeeping at gmail.com. That should work. Gotten quite a few emails there. I was gonna try something. That's why I was looking for my phone originally. Man, I'm so scatterbrained. I'm gonna see if I can do this. KJE. Boom. That do anything? Nope. Nope. Nightbot.
No, it doesn't.
Nightbot, you have failed me. Okay. Well, maybe I didn't set it up right. I did kind of do it at like the last minute thing.
Window Licker wants to know how is the 125 doing? Is the sump okay?
Let's go look at it.
How quiet is it?
I don't know. Can you hear it? Well, hang on. There's a lot of water running right now. Let me put this python away. And then we'll go over there and check it out. Take a look at it. And then I gotta fill those tanks up. And then I'm gonna move some fish. Babies.
Rob A, how many FX filters?
0. I don't have any FX filters. I have one canister filter that's running, and it's on it's an old Eheim. It's on my goldfish tank up there, and it's sitting on the floor right there, front of that trash can. It's like a little 22 something, 22 something, 22, 40, 80. I forget how they number it. Okay. There is the sump. The water bridge is working. Although occasionally that water bridge stops working, so I have to restart it. So that's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
There's
remember,
definitely a
when
flaw.
I was there.
Yes. Yes, that was one of the times it stopped working. So I just have to. Usually when I do a water change, I'll just make sure that clear out. Somehow it's getting air in there, so I'm guessing there's a lot of bubbles moving. That gets
Jeremy
sucked
says, "How
in.
are you a fish keeper without FX6.
I don't know, man. You think about how expensive those things are, and you gotta think about options, especially when you got a lot of tanks. It's not gonna be cheap. A lot of FX6s. Plus, I like the Sump idea. Sump is basically a bigger canister filter.
Alien said, Jesus, could your email be longer?
Could be. It could be a lot longer. Sorry, man. Just the way it is. Yeah, it's functioning. Doing all right. It's cooking at high speed. Here, I don't know how loud you can hear that. It is kind of a noise. I'm pretty sure I could probably get it to be a little quieter.
He said, no canisters here. Am I fake?
Yeah, I don't know. Canisters. I mean, there's nothing wrong with canisters. Don't get me wrong. I just think it doesn't suit my needs. You know. For First
Robert
of all, I
says
like
he's
the whole
thinking of
volume.
getting the new FX2.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that with canister filters. I used to have a couple of them on the bigger tanks, but over the years I've kind of switched to either try to do a little bit more energy efficient stuff like sponge filters, where I'm just using air to drive stuff. But on the big stuff like this, I like the sumps because it actually adds like a volume of water. It's 30 gallons. So essentially, the 125 is almost a 150. I'm sure there's like a couple gallons of jank in there, but like space not used. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's looking
He's,
all right.
he still didn't put no media in there, though.
Good point. The media Skipper has a whole bunch of those. I think they're Marine Land bio balls things, like the plastic ones that he got. They're still in a box. He's got 4 boxes, and he was gonna give them to me. But we're supposed to meet up a couple weeks ago. That didn't happen. That got like pushed back, and then we're supposed to meet up next week. So hopefully next week I get this stuff, and then I'm gonna have those Bibles. But it's funny you should mention that because I was looking around, moving some stuff in the fish room. What are we looking at? This is what we're looking at. Where is it? Right here. I found my old canister filter that I broke, right? And in that old canister filter, a whole lot of biomedia. Those little balls.
Mm.
So,
Little balls.
little balls. That was Robert's nickname in high school. Found this old mesh net. This is what I used to use to keep my fish from going up my python. But since I have cleverly made this 3D printed python thingy, it just dropped on the floor. I don't need this mesh net anymore. So I can add this media
to your sump.
to this bag. Hang on. Let's get the bag open.
So, I may have been ignoring you at this point, but where did you get that media?
It was from my old canister filter. Like I had another canister filter, like the one I just showed you.
Yeah.
But I broke it. Actually, this one was a bigger canister filter, but I broke it. I broke the handle, so it won't seal, and every time it runs, it's leaking everywhere. And I'm sure I could find a new handle, but this is an old sump or an old canister filter, and I have no idea. To me, at this point, whatever. I wasn't even using it, so it's kind of like a waste of space, honestly. Oops, lost one. Here, we should be smarter about this. Should definitely be smarter about this. All right, let's try it this way. I'm gonna need more media bags. All right, well that's one. That's all I got.
Alashon says, Jason, the BCAS auction on April the 22nd is getting a huge donation of BioHome Ultimate Media. from Great Wave Engineering.
Interesting.
Yeah, I
I'll have to
used
go there.
some of the
April.
biohome.
Do you?
Yeah,
When
in
you're
my
hang on backs?
hang on backs.
Yeah. Cool. All right, I rinsed this media because when was the last time this has been rinsed? Pretty sure I rinsed it before I broke it all down, but
All you gotta really rinse off is the dust.
yeah, exactly. It's been sitting dry for God knows months, years.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll throw this in the sump. Put it on the left side. Whoops. Okay. And then I had more. Actually, by the time, probably, I guess it can't hurt to have an extra media. I could always throw it in the other sumps too. But yeah, I'll just put this back until I ordered some mesh
Salient,
nets. That's one of the things that's coming from the co-op is mesh nets.
Salient said, I want to see what you look like, Fishy Man. I don't think I've seen you on a live yet. I want to put a face to the name.
Okay.
Just imagine Burt Reynolds,
Yes.
and you will know what I look like.
Just imagine Burt
Salient.
Reynolds if he was hit with a flamethrower. Now, here, this is exactly what he looks like. There you go. That was live footage from him at the Clash last year. All right, what do we need? I need to put water.
Monster Fish Gal says that I'm sounding like a robot.
You are, but I'm trying to ignore it. I can
Yeah,
still understand you.
It's my internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, but I am really a robot in disguise.
Transformers. Robots in
Robots in
disguise.
disguise. I thought it used to be disguise.
Well, it was robots in disguise, and it was what was it? More than meets the eyes. That's the other one. The
Renee.
Decepticons. Dun, dun, dun. That song's playing in my head. Bring him back. Do you know the guy that did the voice for Optimus Prime is the same guy that did the voice for Eeyore?
No shit.
Yeah. And now, yeah, I said that, you're probably like, oh, that makes perfect sense. When I found that out, I'm like, you know what? I can see it. Right, that's full. Stirred up a bunch of junk.
Hey, Vinay, didn't you go to that meeting yesterday? What is it?
CCY, the Cyclic Club of York.
CCY. Yeah.
I don't think they went. Skipper was supposed to go too, but I think Skipper canceled because he was whatever, some whatever stuff he had to take care of.
All right, because I got some assassin snails yesterday from Karen, president of the Lehigh Valley
Yep.
Aquarium Society, and she said I think she was going to it.
Nice. Did you get to see her fish room or anything, or?
No, she
wouldn't even let you in the house.
took one at me and she didn't invite me in the house.
Took one look at you and you stay here.
No, she remembered me. She remembered me from
she remembered to keep you outside.
She stood by the door.
Can't say I blame her.
And handed me the snail. So
nice. So you got 16 assassin snails. That's a good deal.
16 assassin snails and paid $8 for them.
$8.
50 cents a snail.
That is a deal.
Steal.
Yeah, considering they usually go for $3 or $4 a piece.
Yeah.
So not a bad deal. All right. Now I just filled this up, so it's probably too cold. We gotta give it a little while. Let's see. 74, yep, chilled that out. 74, 73. Although it was right around there when I started. So it really hasn't changed much. And it's got fresh water. So we'll give it like, what, a half hour? We'll test it.
Yeah, so
What time is it?
getting back to the subject of the snails, the assassin snails. She told me that they prefer to eat pond snails and the ram's horn snails when there are no more pond. She said they eat them first in the tank, and then when there are no more pond snails or ram's horn snails, they start eating
The Malaysians.
Malaysian trumpet snails.
I don't know if anybody understood what you said, but I did. You basically said that she said that they don't eat. They usually eat pond snails and ram's horn snails. That's like their preferred. And once those are gone, they're eating Malaysians.
Yes.
Assassins. Okay. You are going pretty robotic.
Assassin. Oh, I was.
And Salient is asking, do I use thermometers or just temp guns? Usually just use a temp gun. However, I did buy these like magnetic thermometers for these quarantine tanks or whatever because I wanted to be able to get like a. First of all, these don't have any heaters in them, so I wanted to check the temps.
I got it.
Yeah, these are. I got these like they're like $3 a piece or something like that. And I like it because it's magnetic and you can move it around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? You feeling me, dog? All right. Give that. I don't know what time it is. Hang on. Let's see what time it is, and then we'll set a timer here. If we got enough time, then we'll move those fish. Oh yeah, we got time. We got time. Okay, I see an email. Oh, yep, Sally, I got your email. Cool. You managed to punch in all those letters. Okay. The assassins destroy the MTS. I harvest from the other tanks to feed them. Yeah, I have them in one of my tanks, and they were doing a number on the MTS too. But you know, I'm sure they prefer not to eat the MTS. But you know what? You're starving. You're gonna eat. You know, whatever. Oh, because it's Kirk. I think we lost him entirely. Dun dun dun. Got the Transformers song in my head. Okay. Let's see if we can do this without knocking over anything. Down there is the fry container thingy. This is my fry hatching system. Put the eggs in these bins. Water's getting pumped in from the tank into the little whatever. I can't think of words. It flows out. There's a hole in this. There's a hole cut in the front of that bin that has a sponge in it, so that it overflows there. All right, let me see if I can find Kirk in the backstage. Hold on. Let me get that off the screen so you don't see a big white blob. Yep, there he is. All right, there you are. You there? Okay, hang on. Let me re-add you. I can hear you. Can you hear me? I got to re-add you to the stream. So give me one sec. But your signal looks better, and I'm actually seeing your signal now. Well, it did. Can you say something so I can see if you added to the stream?
Hello, people.
Yep.
I am back.
He's
I
back.
am back like Jack. I see here that Alshon said the assassins destroyed the MTS. I harvested from other tanks to feed them. Good to know because I got tons of MTS.
That's what I was saying too. I had the tank I put them in was overrun with MTS, and they really did take care of it. And I think I put 6 of them in that tank.
Yeah.
And they started
And
doing,
I know snails are beneficial, and snails are overpopulation of snails are
assassins
only
are snails.
because I overfeed, but but I overfeed because I have babies in those tanks, and I'm afraid that the snails are out competing the babies for food. So,
Yeah,
as a
makes
result,
sense.
I have resorted to assassins.
There's probably a saying about you resorting to assassins, but I don't know what it is.
Ninjas. The ninjas of
He's gonna get
snails.
a. Salient says I've been seeing a lot of people use these temp guns. I'm gonna get one today. Any recommendations for one? I don't want a cheap one. Actually, this one is a cheap one. I got this at like Home Depot. But we use these. I
Yeah,
use
I
these a
just
lot for
got a
work.
cheap one off of Amazon.
I'm trying to show this to you. Like this is the one I have. This is the whatever. I got this at Home Depot, and I use these a lot at work too. We use it to test the temperatures of like concrete and stuff, surface temp, asphalt. They're relatively accurate within a tenth of a degree, but I don't think they're good for like like reading somebody's forehead. They're not medically. I guess if you want a super accurate one, get a medical one. You gotta also know there's limitations to these things, right? Like on here, if you look at this little diagram, it kind of shows you that your best distance is distance to spot size. I think after 14 inches, this doesn't really read. And I think you need I can't even read that. I think this is 12 inches. Whatever. There's zones, obviously you're too far out, you're going to get inaccurate. It's not going to be. And reading through glass skews it. Right, so the temperature says 77 on that plant leaf, 77.5. If I open this up, it's going to be a completely different temperature on the leaf. 77.7. So, a couple degrees. Sometimes it's a degree or more through the glass. So, there are limitations.
Vinay said I crushed a good amount trying to separate Java moss.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably talking about snails.
Oh, yeah. Lady Rorschach said, did you get your bowl from Zen Aqua or somewhere else? I have been scouring for one for months. I got mine at Hobby Lobby, or I think it was Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby?
That one right there, it's like a 3-gallon bowl, the one with the bonsai sticking out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of
and
the
it was on like
hobby
50%
stores,
off too. I got it for like $10, $12. It was cheap. Yeah, you gotta go.
micros.
Yeah, check out those places. In the first place, you should check is they usually have a clearance section, right? And they have all sorts of stuff. A lot of times they have bowls like that sitting on the clearance because I guess they're not a high moving item. And sometimes they're like way overpriced. But yeah, that one was pretty cheap.
Yeah, I got mine on like 50% off or something.
Yeah, that's what yeah, me too. Okay, so what else we got going here? Eventually, I got to take care of that 75. Got to get a. Maybe I should put the light on that while we're screwing around here. I ordered some more Casa timer plugs too because I wanted to be able to automate some more stuff instead of just.
3G says Walmart has 3-gallon bowls for 10,
There you go.
10 bucks.
Perfect. Yeah, it's like I paid like 10 or 12. I don't remember. Mine was cheap. It's kind of what I went looking for too.
Yeah.
Cheap. All right, here's an Hydra light. This is one of their 4-foot ones. Bought this off of Amazon. I have one on the 33
Oh, I
long.
thought you was doing an Amazon. I thought you was doing a Higer review.
I'm not that big of a
I
channel
thought
yet.
they sent you maybe a.
I'm just a little guy.
You're just a little fish in a big pond.
I'm just a little guy. Plus, I'm not beholden to anybody. Kind of like that. If I don't like your stuff, I'm going to tell you. All right. Do we use...
3G says the bowls are in the flower arrangement area in Walmart.
Yes. One thing I do not like
Lady Rorschach, in
about
case
these
you
Hydro
didn't
lights.
know, last year we ran a contest, pack a bowl.
Yeah, usually it was May. For the whole month of May, we have a contest where by the end of May, submit your design, your bowl, prizes with the winners. You know, first, second, third. It's a good time. I have a video on my channel about it
Good
last year. All the
time.
entries, a lot of people. It was like what? It was like there was a lot. Wasn't it like 20 some, 28,
Yeah,
something
it
like
was
that.
like
28
20
people entered.
something people
Yeah, it was a
entered.
lot, and a lot of awesome stuff, man. Really cool.
Some really great designs.
I mean, everything was great. Just you had to pick three
Yeah.
winners. That was the hard part. All right. I don't like using those
So that
plastic
that
thingies.
light is definitely longer than 4 feet.
No, this is a 4 foot light. With the
Oh, it
rails,
is.
it's longer. Yeah, with the extensions, it's definitely longer. But it's meant for. I mean, it's exact like the actual light part is 4 feet.
Ah, okay. It was an optical illusion. It looked longer.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what she told me.
she she definitely said it was an optical illusion.
Yeah. She says it looked longer in the picture.
Look, if you're gonna look for a cheap light, I'm gonna tell you these Hygger lights are hard to beat because if you get like shop around because there's different kinds, but this one's a full spectrum planted light and it comes with a built-in timer. Like, and it's whatever. This one was 60 bucks, 60 some bucks because it's the 4 foot big one. But they're actually really cheap. Comparable, and they're decent enough. I have one of these lights going on
Lady
that
Rorschach says
aquascape
I will
tank. You will
Lady
definitely.
Rorschach said I will be definitely joining the competition this year.
Ooh, sorry. Oh, hang on. I gotta take this headset off. I can't get. I got my big head in there. Hold on. Sing to him. Sing.
Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff. Here comes the rain again,
All right, enough.
falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion.
Yeah, these lights come in. I think they have 4 different dimming settings, and they have white lights, all the lights, which the red and blues, and the whites, and then just the red and blues. So they're decent.
Big Shrimpin says plumbing emergency handled.
Nice. Good deal. I'm gonna keep it dim for now. I don't think we even need the light. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's as dim as we go. Lights on. Clean up the mess. I feel like I really got.
Robert says voice of a goat. Then he says voice of an angel, I meant.
Yup. That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh man.
Thank you, Lori. Lori just shared the Pack a Bowl entries video
Oh, nice. Thank you.
for last year.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, it was a good time. A lot of cool stuff. Was it why am I drawing a blank on the name? I'm trying to remember who won. It's always in chat. Nano Aquarium guy.
Nano Aquarium
That's
guy.
it. I couldn't think of the. I was trying to spit out the first name. It was something aquarium guy, but I couldn't remember the Nano Aquarium guy. He's the one that won. Second place was Mississippi Hippie, I think, and third
Window
was.
Licker says, eat some toast, Jason.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I just got really nauseous. So I'm trying to let that settle down. Yeah. So, all right, lights on the tank. Not bad. I gotta move my jug.
Not bad.
I got jugs of like brackish water sitting around here.
I've seen worse.
You seen worse? Oh, I got buckets laying all over the place. Oh my god. Yeah,
So what are
so
you
I'm
gonna use all that rocks you bought?
gonna use them to
What are you gonna
escape, I
use
think.
those in?
I'm gonna escape this tank.
Wow, well,
The,
no
the,
shit, Sherlock. You're
the
gonna
tank we're
use
looking
them
at,
to
the
escape.
75. The 75. I'm gonna escape to 75.
Okay,
So yeah.
got you, got you.
That's what I put the logs in there, or the driftwood. I put the
Mm.
whatever, the light on the tank. I
Is
gotta
that
go in there and
different? Two different colors?
no, it should all be the same. I mean, it might be different colors because whatever, but no, I think one might be the top versus the bottom, so it looks like it's different colors.
Oh, you're wearing your escape off t-shirt.
Yeah, my Keystone Clash shirt. I might have
Yeah,
to
but
AFK here a minute, man.
only the escapers got that. Are you entering the escape contest this year?
I might. I'm still on the fence about this. We'll see. I think I got a.
What is the new rules? All escapers get to keep their tanks this year?
Yeah, but I think the cost of entry is going up. It's
Right,
75
right.
now instead of, I think it was 25 last year. It might have been cheaper than that, but yeah. I
I
don't
think
have
it
to.
was 20
I
last
think I'm
year.
gonna puke is what I'm gonna do, Robert. I don't think I'm gonna puke poop. I think I'm gonna puke. I don't know why, but I got really like, oh, acid reflux or something. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to hold it together here. Trying not to puke.
Uh,
It was
that
it
would
was Kirk
be
singing that did this, by the way. Just
I
turned my
don't
stomach.
know I don't know what that would do for your ratings.
Well, I think I just go AFK and let you sing some more. Maybe that'll help get it out. Oh, yeah, I believe I believe Bunny, your entry to the Pack a Bowl contest is the thumbnail. Yes. No puking on a live stream. Yeah, I'm trying not to. But
Hey, Anthony Fishy friends. Good
hey, what's
morning,
going on, man?
sir.
I saw that you got your what is it? Giveaway prize. You won that $50 Amazon gift card that we gave away a couple
Paul
weeks ago.
Sotero. Good morning, sir. Happy Sunday, fish nerds.
Good morning, Paul. Thanks for being here. We got 30 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. I'm trying, man. I'm holding it together. Kirk singing could, yeah, it could come out both ends if he keeps singing. Where did I do with that thermometer? Gotta distract myself. Yeah, so I wanna rescape this whole tank. I think I'm not entirely sure of the fish. I'm probably gonna take out of the 55. There are a bunch of cut 3 angelfish, but I think 2 of them are pairing off, and one of them is getting his ass kicked. So I'm gonna take the one that's getting his ass kicked and probably put it in here, or I'll just put the pair in here. That'd probably be a better idea. Put the pair in here.
Anthony said, I did thank you. I was able to put it towards my mom's birthday gift. That's great,
Awesome,
Anthony.
perfect. Yo, take care of the stream for a minute.
Okay. Um, we're all fish nerds, Bunny. So what's on the agenda for today? Well, Jason's probably on his way to puke his brains out. Don't know what's wrong with him. But I'm in charge now, people. So guess what? I'm not gonna sing. Yes, sir. I'm just gonna keep talking and rambling on like a lunatic. Alashon said, Kirk singing would void out both locations. I don't know about that. Or dual wearing the pants. Kuro works. You the daddy, fishy man. Speak for yourself. Poetry hour. The nano. Hey, that's the winner of last year's Pack a Bowl contest. The nano aquarium guy. We just mentioned his name and he appears. Yes, sir. Okay. I'm running out of things to say here. So I'm just gonna sing for you guys then. Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion. Parum pum pum, pum pum pum, parum pum pum, pum pum pum. Okay, I don't know the rest of the song, so that's it. Sorry, folks. I think it's so funny. No matter how bad your singing is, the kiddos love it. My little girl loves when I sing. Yes, well, my daughter is quite a bit older now, so she don't love my singing anymore, but she used to, you know. I used to do this thing with her where I would smell her when she was a baby, of course. I would smell her toes and I would go, "Hmm." She used to love the hell out of that, but now she don't want me to do it no more. Yeah, plus her toes probably do stink now. So yeah, I probably wouldn't do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree, Bob. That's about the size of it. And yeah, well, actually, Paul, my day job is I sing in a nightclub. Yeah, and I actually got great reviews. So there, you know. Uh, what am I doing in the fish room? Well, yesterday I did my water changes. Also, I got some snails yesterday. I got 15 assassins from Karen. She's the she's the president of the Lehigh Valley Aquarium Society, and I put them in my. I split them up into three different tanks. Hopefully, they got males and females in each tank, so they'll breed. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have split them up so much, but who knows? As long as they kind of control my snail pest, my pest snail problem somewhat, you know, that's all that counts. Because I'm afraid that they might outcompete my fish for
What have you done?
food. What?
Oh God.
You see, your viewership went up since I had the show by myself.
Let me actually leave you
Are
in
you
charge. Oh man.
are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I had to sit there and do that whole. I don't even want to talk about it, but I didn't. Just I don't know. I needed a moment. Get to that part where your throat starts closing and like gotta. I was close. Let's put it that way. I don't know what was going on.
Alashan says I got the rest of them sick.
Yeah, it was weird. So my stomach feels like somebody punched
I
me in
told
it,
them that my day job is singing in a nightclub.
but I think I'm past the whole like whatever phase. So sorry about that, folks. I apologize for leaving you with Fishimon. Oh, I don't know what happened to me there. It's just I don't know. Okay, we're up to 75. That's not bad. 75-ish. What is it? What is the tank at right now? 76, 76.77. 76.5 to 77. And this is in the cold spot.
Alashon was saying, call the stream, Jason. Go have a lay down.
Yeah, well, we only got like 20 minutes yet anyway, so I just want to finish this. I'll be alright. I think it was because I just spent too much time like bending upside down. So then, like, what is it? Acid, just reflux. So I will stand for now on.
Al Wetsock says, don't really need any details, Jason.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to get into it. I'm sorry. Apologize. I'm back. I'm okay. Continue. I apologize for Fishymon singing. Anyway, I'll be okay. Let's move on. I think that's only a degree, 2 degrees. I think that's good enough.
Anthony said, got to take my kiddo to the aquarium today.
Nice.
Gotta start cleaning. Will be lurking.
Nice. All right, how can I move these fry? Let's see how I can do this. Let me, you know what? Maybe we'll set up 2 cameras. Set this camera there. This camera there.
Koro says, the singing is why we were here.
I see.
We are here.
He's a glutton. All right, that's good.
Window Liquor says, have a good breakfast, Jason. Take a nap.
Yeah, after this, I'm gonna just trying to let my stomach settle, and then I'll probably eat something. I should probably take a.
Yeah, go have a bagel.
Actually, I want to take some medicine. I have medicine for this.
Acid reflux?
Yes.
Mm.
So yeah.
Lady R says, hope you feel better, Jason.
Yeah, I'll be alright. I'll be okay. I appreciate it though. Okay. What am I doing here? I was gonna change cameras. Oops, that's not the camera. Yeah, there's the fry setup. Now,
looks amazing.
The one on the right is the one I want to move fish out of. There's a bunch of fry in there. I was thinking about just taking a whole container, picking it up out of the tank, and moving it to the other tank.
Wow. 3G says, I had acid reflux for 23 years. I got a divorce and it went away.
There you go. There we go. Solutions, man. Modern problems require modern solutions. Okay, so let me think about it. We still got to wait for the. I think maybe I will do that. Just pick up the thing and move it to the other tank. But the other tank is. I'll let it heat up a little bit more. It's probably
different temperature.
Yeah, this one's about 77. The other one was 75 and a half, so a degree and a half, which is probably not much. But essentially, they're going to be plopped and dropped.
Yeah, I would wait till it's closer.
Yeah. I mean, it's going up. It's only been 15 minutes. It's gone up already, like almost 2 degrees.
Yeah.
15, 20, whatever it's been. Oh. Waffles for the win. Heck yeah. I could go for some waffles.
Not good waffles, though.
Dude. Yes. Not them. What the hell, man? Ugh. Well, while we're sitting around waiting, I'm trying not to lose my mind here. Here's the bigger one that I printed. The bigger grate. No teeth.
I just heard
Zozo
bark.
Zozo Lee Del Barco.
Yeah,
That's her name.
Zozali the Barco.
Del Barco. She's Zozo Lee of the Barcos.
She trying to herd the cats.
Who knows? I mean, the cats could be playing. She doesn't like it. Yep. Whatever it is. Eat bland white toast. Consume. I have saltines. I can eat them. Yeah. I don't know. My stomach's been weird for the past couple of days too. So.
Mm. I had bagels yesterday
I had a bagel yesterday too.
from Manhattan Bagels.
Mmm.
We got a Manhattan Bagels not too far from me.
My grandparents bought this waffle maker for me. That's called the Volcano. Oh yeah, I had a buddy who has that one of those. Said thing's great.
And you pour the batter
Yeah,
through
you
a
stand.
hole
Yeah, it's like
in
stands
the
up.
center,
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are
and it
cool.
steams like a volcano.
Yeah, definitely cool. And they make great waffles, from what I understand. I have a waffle maker too, but it's like one of the old, like cheapo ones. Speaking of which, we were talking about that yesterday, making waffles. It's been a while. It's been a while for some waffles. Mm.
Alishan says fake New York City bagel.
Yeah. Living on the name.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
hard to mess up a bagel. I don't know.
There's a couple farmers markets around here, and there was a guy that used to make bagels. He was really good. Well, fresh made bagels. I can go wrong.
Yeah.
Do you?
Kuro says it's such a mess maker, the waffle
Yeah,
maker.
heck yeah, probably. Probably cleaning it's probably a big pain. A little baby in there? No. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Here's a question. Do you think freshwater flounder, the ones that I have that I've shown on the stream before, would be good tank mates for baby pseudos, juveniles?
Who, me?
Yeah, well, I am asking you, but I'm also asking the chat.
Fresh
Smoked
flounders,
ear.
the freshwater flounder, will they be good tank mates for the pseudos, you said?
Yeah.
Babies?
Yeah, the juveniles or whatever, up
Ooh,
until juveniles, till they get big enough to go in the main tank.
I think so.
Yeah, I can't imagine they would really harass them. You know what I mean, in the sand. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta address this. Window Liquor just said that, have you seen the attachment for the Coop sponge filter, the 3D printed diffuser that eliminates the air stone? No, I have not seen that, Window Liquor, and if you could send me a link, I would really like to see that. That's something right up my alley. New York bagels are the best. You can even buy them from QVC. Probably will eat small fry. They are predators. It's true. Maybe. Yeah, they probably would. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
if fry went down in the
can they catch them?
the little
That's
ones.
the question.
Yeah. Well, let's see. How big would they? I'm thinking, the size they are now versus
Anthony
the
was saying
flounder.
try a few before you move them all.
Well, I only have a few of the flounders. I only have 3. Oh, you mean a few of the
No,
babies?
yes.
I guess that works too. Well, I thought I used to have 4, but I've only ever seen 3 in the last couple of months. So maybe. Oh wait.
You mean the flounders, right?
Yeah. Actually, no. Wait a minute. I think I see all 4 right now. Well, that's a good sign. They're just really good at hiding too, and it's kind of hard to find them. I think that's That's the other one. Let's see. Uh oh, timer's going off. Or did I just spook that one? I see 1, 2, 3 on the surface, and it looks like there might be something under there. Actually, I
And
think that is it.
Anthony
Yeah.
says,
All right, cool. I see them all. Sweet. He's not dead.
Anthony said he thought they were opportunistic eaters.
Yeah, they are. But I also keep them with a bunch of blue dream shrimp, and the adult shrimp, even whatever, as long as they're not, I'm sure they're eating the shrimplets if they can, right? But the adults, they just crawl all over them. They don't even care. Here,
Yeah.
while we're talking about it, I can put the light, turn the light on, and put the camera on it. Let's see what we're dealing
Bunny
with here.
says, "Sweet, he's not dead."
Yeah, he's not dead. That's a good sign. I can see them all.
Koro says everything eats shrimplets.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why I wasn't really sweating it too much. Plus, I'm kind of overrun with blue dream shrimp to begin with, so I'm not at it. Whatever. Life feeds on life, right? Let's change the
I
camera.
think it's always a good idea, if you ask me, to have shrimp in
Can we?
most of your tanks, because
I just thought of something.
it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with like this tank was just a shrimp tank, and then I started putting hatch and fry in it, and then I started putting. Then it was originally a quarantine system. Then I put some fry in there. Then I put the flounders. See, there are four of them. Yeah, see them scooting around the bottom there. Cool.
Yeah, I see two down in the back, on the right, the left side.
There's actually three. There's one that's at the
Or
log in
three
the back
down.
there moving. There's one in the front where all the shrimp are, and there's one in between them that just moved.
Right.
And there's
Mm.
one in the middle. These dudes
Mm.
moving all over, man. They're all over the place. It's the most active they've been in years. I was gonna try and do something. What
Maybe
was
they're
it?
searching for food.
Put the camera on.
Did you feed this tank as yet?
Yeah, when I fed the grindle worms
Oh,
this
so
morning.
that's yeah. So they probably
Yeah.
hunting for the grindle worms.
Yep. I believe they are. And my blackbeard algae is everywhere, of course.
Your infamous black-beard algae.
And this tank, there is a spawning mop, and this is the tank I took the. I did clean the mop of the eggs that I could find, but I did leave the mop in the tank in case there are any eggs in there. So this was the Luminatus were in this tank. So the mop might have
Were
Luminatus eggs in it. Yeah, where I moved the Luminatus to where I had the rads in that tank
right.
because all my rads died, unfortunately. I
Oh,
should have
your
done something
rads
about it.
died.
Yeah, they were dwindling, dwindling, dwindling. I started losing like one a day, two a day. I don't know what got into it. I think it might have been a parasite. I don't know, something, disease. Or they just weren't, they didn't like my water. Something. I don't know. They didn't do so hot. They did great off the bat for like a couple of months and then they just started falling off, falling off. So that's what made me think it might have been parasite, disease. They looked like they were wasting away. So I don't, maybe. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I probably should have been a little more proactive about that. But what are you gonna do? They're gone.
Yeah. Anthony says, "I love the black-beard in Priscilla's Fakata tank.
Nice.
The flow is cool."
Yeah, sometimes it does get a nice little like flowy texture thing going to it. Yeah, I gotta admit.
Yeah. I remember the most epic black-beard algae I have ever seen was in uh
Oil your own bag.
was in Fish Pimp. What's her name again?
Rachel O'Leary.
Rachel O'Leary's big boy tank. The big boy tank.
Yes.
It all cleared up one day, but before it did, it had black bear algae that
Yeah,
just used to.
I remember this.
It was like
That big one
covering
there,
everything in the
the one
tank.
in the front there that's moving back, that guy is probably a good, easily almost two knuckles. Yeah, two. I'd say he's two knuckles from head to tail, nose to tail.
Mm.
That's the big one. That's the one I wasn't seeing for a
I
while. They
wonder
must have
if they can breed in a fish tank.
been. There was an article in Amazonas last year, I believe. You see that hide just right? Do you see him hiding that soil like that? That was pretty cool. He's gone. You can't even see him.
Right, yeah.
Anyway,
And he's gone.
yep.
Yeah.
There was an Amazonas that came out last year that had an article on these guys. And there's really not a whole lot known about in the
Breeding
aquarium breeding. I mean, there's a couple flounders that are bred in captivity. I think for like the food industry, like salt or whatever, the food fish flounder, the big flounders.
yeah.
Uh, that the article was talking about like there could be very similar like things to this, but there's really not a lot of known, and there's really not a lot of known about how many species there are, if there are, because there are true freshwater ones. Which ones are true freshwater ones? Which ones are true brackish? They live in like estuaries. Some can go. There's not a whole lot known about these guys in the hobby. And it's very hard to tell what species is which because they all do the same thing. They all camouflage against the thing. So unless you're doing a whole lot of stuff to scientifically describe these things, there's not a whole lot known. There's like a handful of
You know,
species.
they're egg layers or live bearers.
I'm assuming they're egg. I think they're egg layers. I can pull out the article. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think they're egg layers. Yes, freshwater flatfishes. Here it is. This was January, February 2022, so it was this time last year. And I believe they're egg layers. They can get like, I mean, look at this. Big that. These are like the size of that dude's hand. This might be too close for you guys to see.
Yeah. Yeah, and the picture's too hot. Right. Lowered a bit, right. It looks like a huge leech.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's the underneath side of it. But yeah, there's this whole article in here. I did read this. But yeah, the flatfishes belong to a very species-rich group with more than 820 species, but currently their higher taxonomy is somewhat viewed variably. And that's one of the things that goes into talk about is like how their classification is like weird. They're really not sure what's in there, what's not in there. So,
yeah.
but I always thought these were cool. I had one as a kid. I thought it was cool. It's a cycle sponge.
Yeah, I didn't even know that freshwater flounders existed in the aquarium hobby.
Yeah, I did remember that.
Until I seen them with you.
Called tonguefish, flatfish. Wow, Jason, could you read? Could read? Oh, I can read. Barely, apparently. What did Cora works?
Cora said that.
Yeah.
He seen on Etsy. He was looking for that sponge filter diffuser, but all he seen was seeded sponges for 20 bucks.
Is a seeded sponge worth 20 bucks? Well, I mean, how much is an unseeded sponge worth? Depending. Probably it depends on the size of the sponge, right? If it's a small sponge, what is it, like 10, 15 bucks? I forget I don't even know what Co-op is selling their sponges for, but same idea, Aquatop. I think they're relative, like, depending on the size, probably were like 8 to 20 bucks for a sponge filter, just unseeded. Sure, he's making a couple bucks on it.
Big Shrimpin has 2 freshwater flounders.
Nice. How long have you had them, and what do you know about them? Anything? You can buy 4 of those. You can buy 4 of those all double sponge filters for 12 bucks. Well, there you go. I guess. Well, yeah, I guess he is charging a little premium on that. Seeded as in other people's cooties. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'd be thinking. But if you needed if you were starting off a new tank somewhere and didn't have any, it's not the worst idea.
Doesn't LLRB?
What is it? Limited liability
sell,
RB?
Doesn't he sell a
LLC,
LRB?
LLC,
Only one L.
LRB.
Only one L. Okay. Doesn't he sell mommy water
Yeah, bags of mulm. Yep.
in a bag?
Yeah, what is it?
Bags of mom.
There was an article that I believe Patty posted in my Discord about the detritus mulm thing, and it was an interesting read. Basically, talking about like is mulm, what's the difference between mulm and detritus is, and benefits of having mulm actually outweigh the benefits of not having mulm, which was interesting. So mulm is actually good for aquariums, according to that article.
Mm.
Creates a lot of beneficial stuff, beneficial bacterias, microorganisms.
Believe me, I got no shortage of mom in my tanks.
And the big distinction between mulm and detritus, I believe, was that one is considered dead inert because it's been consumed and whatever, it's just the end waste product. But according to this paper, that detritus is actually quite alive, full of stuff, even after I think it's dead.
Right.
Bags of mulm,
Right.
$50. Holy cow, man! I'm gonna go into business.
Yeah,
I'll put in some free blackberry algae too. Keep you
I
guys.
wash money down the drain then.
Yeah, really. He's kidding. Good. I'm like, damn. Gotta get in the business of this mulm business, man. Wait, why does that say 74 now? Is it getting colder in here? What is going on? This is... Something's janky.
Big Shimpin said I've had one about 6 months. It was in a 1.5 what? It was an inch and a half,
Yeah, it's probably about what this one is, maybe a little bit bigger.
and it's about 3.5. It's now about 3.5.
Inches?
Hello?
Or, yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something's weird is happening with my computer.
Okay, let me see what Koro says here. Or, Big Shrimping. I had one about 6 months. It was about an inch and a half, now about 3.5. They change colors to match the substrates. They bury
They
themselves in the
change color
sand.
to match the
Yeah,
substrate.
I know that. Yeah, exactly. That's why they're so hard to see sometimes. But when you like in this tank, I can kind of pinpoint where they're at, just because they're really. I don't think they do the greatest job of hiding themselves. I don't think they're really worried about it. But I can usually see
GRB.
like the little mounds. You can kind of tell where they might have been just by like what looks turned up. You know, you can kind of see where substrate looks whiter than spots. It's usually where.
Good day, GRB.
What's up, GRB? What's going on? Yo, I got your email about stickers. I'll get on. It's gonna be a little. Just wait. I'll try and get something together. Get a package. If I'm gonna send something down there, it's gonna be something more than just a couple stickers. I'll give you, some keychain and magnets or something.
Not, yeah. See if you could get stickers from
But I
some
don't
other
have any more
people for him
keychains, so
too.
I might have to get some more printed next time I see them on sale. You know? You know? You feeling me?
Yeah, yeah.
Freshwater flounders seem almost as fun as freshwater rays. Yeah, I guess. Now, there is some debate on how freshwater flounders are. And depending on whatever species, because that's the hard part, is depending, like, determining what you have, right? A lot of times they just collect these things out of, like, estuaries and stuff. So they are in a brackish environment. And then they're put in a freshwater scenario and sold as freshwater flounders, or whatever, flatfish. But how long? It's one of those things, kind of like gobies, like those bumblebee gobies and stuff like that. Some of them are brackish, and they need to go brackish again at some point in their lives, in their life cycle. And I don't know how much that plays into it. That was one of the things the article was talking about. Is like, nobody know. Well, not enough is known about which species need to go brackish in their life cycle, how they breed, where they breed.
Once you go brackish, you don't go back.
I don't know about that. I think you can.
I was just kidding. All right. Big Shimpin says I have them on black diamond
Oh, that's
blasting
cool.
sand, and you have to look for the substrate moving
Nice.
from their gill flaps.
That's cool. Yeah, and you can see their little eyeballs sticking out sometimes. It's kind of really cool. I had a short on my channel about that. There's one of the, can't remember what it's called, but it is
And
it's just one of them
left
off like a shot.
lefty
That's the
lefty
short.
3213A. I swear I've been here for 30 minutes, but I forgot to say hellos because I
Yeah.
was eating. Sup, peeps?
Well, Bunny just brought up something. Bumblebee
What's up?
gobies don't need brackish. Some people say so, but I keep mine in fresh, and they're perfectly fine. Okay, there are different kinds of bumblebee gobies. There are, from what I understand, there are pure freshwater ones that are different than the brackish ones. However, I am of this opinion, and I think other people are too, and I think Dan, this is where Dan falls in this. You don't need it. They might not need to go brackish if your water has minerals in it, like the minerals that they need. I think they need, it's kind of like they need hard water, basically. They're a hard water fish, and if you're keeping them in a soft water environment, they're not going to do long. They're not going to do well long term, right?
And Debbie saying that I love my depths unknown stickers and keychain and fish
Right on.
magnet. I seen her video. She did a video of receiving that package from you,
Awesome. Did she?
or
I must have missed
was
that.
it from CD? Can't remember.
And fish magnet, Fishimon magnet. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello? Am I here?
Hello?
Hello? I don't think Fishyman can hear us. Unless something happened on my end. Not entirely sure. Did Lefty come in? I see somebody saying hi, Lefty. Hey, Lefty, what's up? Been here for 30 minutes. I forgot to say hello. Good morning. And Salient said he got a $400 temp gun. Holy cow. I might have been a little killer. It's the only gun you ever need, man. Depends on the species. Some species won't breed in freshwater. Some will breed only in brackish. Some can breed in freshwater, though. For keeping them, it doesn't much matter. We can hear Jason. Okay. So it's Fishymon that's got the issue. What's going on, Jeff Kane? Okay. Yeah, I don't think he can hear me, and I don't know what's going on. Maybe his earbuds died? Yeah, anyway. Well, we're pretty much at the end anyway. I got a $30 Cobalt one. Holy cow, man. 400 bucks for a heater? That's a little scary. Alright. The alias you set this command to be off KJE does not exist. Wow. Is that just coming up now, or did somebody try that again? Wow, that just came up now. Interesting. Okay, well, there's some issue with Nightbot. I'll work it out. Not a big deal. Make sure to subscribe and follow Fishymon since we're talking about him. Over his link. Fishymon has issues, alright. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Alright, I don't. Water temps around 75-ish degrees. It's about a temp difference between where the fry are and where the fry are going. I'm not thinking that's a huge big deal. Maybe we'll try and float him for a little bit. That way we can get something going on. I'm guessing he might be backstage and probably fell off. So let me go back there and check him out real quick. And then we'll see about moving these fish. Put it over here for now. Let's move it there so I don't drop it. Actually, let's go over here. All right, let's see if we have the old Kirk monster back there. Oh no, he's watching us. Dun dun dun. Yep, he's back here. And there he is. Good thing nobody can hear you. Because they didn't add you back yet.
You're a biatch.
Well, I heard that.
Hello, people. I'm
He's
back.
back. He's back. Be
I'm
forewarned.
back like Jack.
All right, where's my thermometer? El thermo of the meters. All right, what do we got? 76.43, 76.0, 76.6. So we're running around 76-ish. Here, 75.8. That's pretty freaking close. 75 point something. This one says 74, 75.1. I think we're close. I think we're close enough. I think we're close enough, but by the time I get them in there, we'll be all right. Did we lose you again? Oh no, here you are. I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm just making sure you're still there, man.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I know you get flustered if you don't hear me for a few seconds.
I know. I get nervous. I need some Fishymon in my life. All right, let me switch to the other camera. And we'll try and get them out without disaster. This could be. It's not good. Okay.
Somebody knocking?
Yeah, it was me. Knocking on wood.
Oh.
Luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. All right, let me
Good luck.
open this container, this lid. Leave. Are we seeing this? Yeah, we can see this, right? Okay. All right, well, let me pull this up a little bit and try and get that off. There we go.
Pull that up a little bit and try and get that off.
I did. I guess I can just put this. I don't know where to put this right now. Right there.
I could think of somewhere that you could put it.
Okay. Okay. Very careful with this. Lots of babies in here. I don't want to spill them.
And those are the which babies?
These are fricatas.
All right, fricatas.
Whoops.
Fricata, you.
Don't spill them. You see them?
Don't spill them. Yeah.
Okay,
We can see them.
We're gonna move them to this tank. Might be right. Actually, they might be able to hang out in this container for a little bit. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, let them hang out in that container for a while.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I mean,
hang on a sec. I gotta take some
the
water
water
out.
is gonna mix pretty fast.
Apparently,
but,
I put too much water in this tank, so I can't put the container in it without it overflowing the tank. So give me a sec. I gotta take a little bit of water out.
Such a smart person.
Yeah, I know. Well, I can also switch the camera real quick. So give me a sec. Spilling water everywhere. Stay in there, guys. Don't leak out.
Fricata, what the fricata is wrong with you?
Quite a bit, apparently. Okay, now let's move this over here. Let's put you in there. Let's let you just sink. Slowly sink to where you need to be. Oh, Jesus. Why are things so hard sometimes?
Because it's easy.
There you go. That's the truth. All right. Let me switch cameras so you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, had to take some water out. Probably took a little too much out, but whatever. Put this away. Yeah, and they're still sitting in. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty much like temp acclimating them, I guess, because I have enough of the original water. So I'm just sitting there for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite like drip acclimation
No.
because it's just gonna run
Temp.
through the
Just
sponge.
temp. Just
But
temp. Yeah, just trying to get the temp. Well, the sponge, the water. Well, I guess the water is flowing in through the sponge. That's true. Well, I was thinking that the water was lower than the sponge is. It's really not. So some of the water got in there. Duh. 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 Okay.
And Salient says obviously a thermometer would be more accurate than a temp gun. It shows 84 when my thermometer says 79 in a couple tanks.
Interesting. Well, how do you know your how do you know your thermometer is accurate? I don't know if there's a way to calibrate these. I'm sure there might be. I'd have to look at that. That's a good question. I guess we might need some better equipment.
And
This one says 74 and a half, 5, almost. Maybe that was a little too cold. Heater is kicking. Well, we'll leave them in there for a little bit.
PNW Aqua said, I bet those Pseudomagil Facata fry would like some floating plants if they have any you can toss in there.
Yeah. I believe that. Well, I got guppy grass, ton of that. Do I want to infect tanks with guppy grass? I will probably put I have some salvinia and stuff. Some tanks I can throw in.
Don't put no duckweed.
No duckweed. You have no idea how long it took me to get the salvinia duckweed free. That was a process. That was a long process.
Bunny Viper says, will fish slow down their breeding in winter, even
Well, Salient,
in a
you saying
heated tank?
Hold on a second. Let me answer Salient first. Salient says thermometers have got to be they are mechanical. Okay, that is true that they're probably but you got to trust that the person that marked it as 80 degrees marked it at 80 degrees and didn't mark that at 79 degrees. You know what I'm saying? There are ways to screw up mechanical, physical thermometers, the calibrations on them, right? Especially if you get cheap ones, because they're just mass produced, and a lot of times they're not. Like, you ever see those metal ones? The ones that like hang on those things are the most inaccurate thermometers I've seen in my life, because you can actually move the glass thing in the thing to change what the numbers say, right? So take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I'm not saying don't. There are ways to in the restaurant industry. There was ways that we calibrated back when I worked in the restaurant. Calibrated stuff like thermometers. I believe you stick it in a cup of ice water and marked and set and calibrate it to 32. And then I think you can stick it in boiling water and put it at 212. Or just close to boiling water.
Great. That is amazing.
Well, that's how you calibrate a mechanical thermometer. Because they do go out of calibration. Because things that, if it's... a lot of those,
Bunny
sometimes they
wants
use
to
springs
know,
too. Good. Bunny wants to know what?
will fish slow down their breeding in winter,
Yeah.
even if the tank's heated?
Yeah,
barely
depends. Maybe?
barred Achilles in particular. Anyone know?
I don't know about 6-barred killies. I'm sure some fish. From what I've experienced, sometimes like a lot of it has to do with light, daylight, access to sun, seeing if this whatever maybe you can trick them into thinking it's Some fish might need a rest period too. You can't just breed them 24/7 days a week, 365 a year, or they're gonna burn out. So some kind of need a season to cool off, maybe. I've actually thought about doing
I
that
know
in
I
my fish rooms too,
I
kind of.
know I would burn out.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's maybe, I guess they can. I have noticed that some of my fish have slowed down in the winter, and I think a lot of it has to do with the sunlight, because the sun would
Yeah, yeah.
rise later and set sooner, so they weren't.
Uh-huh. And I think some it triggers them into spawning because a lot of
Yes.
plecos spawn in wintertime.
Hmm. Well, do you think that's because of temp? Because it's cooler?
I don't know. I
I
don't
could see it cooler,
entirely
like a
know.
fish like that,
It
like
could
a Cory or something
it
that likes
could
it.
be because of this the rotational pull of the at of the poles. I don't know.
If you would have said
I have
moon, I
no
could have
clue.
gotten on board with that, but the rotational pool of the poles, yeah, you lost me. Okay.
I have no clue. But I know I've even heard I think
Heath
Tom say that his plec this is the breeding season for a lot of his
in
plecos.
the northern area, yeah, because it's
TM Aquatics.
yeah, probably because I know like Corys and stuff like they get triggered when it gets cooler, so maybe that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it could be one of those like, maybe it's just the time of the year. I don't know. Trying to think of why that would be. Because usually like plecos are from the southern hemisphere, so in the winter it is really their summer. But
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
wouldn't know that because the light was telling them something
Yeah,
different.
not a, the light is screwed up because your aquarium lights are on
Neil deGrasse
the
fishy money.
same time every day, every single day of the year.
Yeah, unless they're seeing sunlight, maybe. I don't know. It must be the cooler temps then, or atmospheric pressure. Yeah,
I
that's
think
what Debbie
yeah,
said.
yeah,
Deb's Aquapets atmospheric
yeah,
pressure. Colder air would mean the
yep,
air is more dense, right?
yeah. Because I know storms trigger some of them to breed.
Yeah, because that's a
Storms
change
coming
too.
in, the drop in the barometer,
Yeah,
and water temperature too. I think
yeah, I
a
think
lot
that.
of people
Yeah,
do a water change and introduce some cooler water before a storm, and it triggers them into spawning.
GRB says he only heats my tanks during winter to 64. Save on heating costs and give my American cichlids and Australian native fish and betta as a rest period. Yeah, I'll start breeding when summer temps hit. Yep, I think that's probably a good thing. I do think I was often thinking about doing that, like doing like a winter period. Though I was thinking about doing it reversed because in my fish room it tends to be warmer down here in the winter time because the heat's on in the house and this room just gets warmer because all the water, heat, pretty well insulated. I'm half underground, so I got the earth insulating me too. Um, and the opposite in the summer because the air conditioning is running and I'm in the basement. And warm air rises and cold air sinks. So all the cold air in the house starts sinking into the basement. So it gets frigid down here. I actually have to block the vent down here with a
Mm,
physical barrier to keep the cold air from just seeping around because it has the thing that you can close the vent, but that's not good enough. Air still blows past that. So I have to actually get up there and
yeah,
take the grate off and block it
Keith
with something,
was
or it gets
Keith
real
was
cold down here.
saying can always try different things to get them going: light, temperature, food, etc.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And maybe do a little bit of Google searching around and see if anybody's figured any triggers out, or there might be well-established triggers for breeding whatever those 6-part killies are.
Certain, yeah,
Yeah,
the
whatever the fish
six
you're
bar
trying to
killies,
breed.
yeah.
Can't hurt to look around, see if ever people have, hey, I got these to spawn by keeping them in the dark for 24 hours and then zapping them with a taser. I don't know, whatever it was. Not that I recommend doing that, but check it out. Fry love water lettuce roots, and so do I. Yeah, that's a big thing with a lot of fry, especially I noticed the rainbow like pseudos and stuff. Blue eyes. They're like clinging around that stuff.
So how long you gonna leave them in the fry box before you release them into the tank? Before you release the krakens?
Yeah, I don't know. 20 minutes, half hour. What time is it? Yeah, we got a little bit of time. We're going a little late today. Coming for you, man.
Sounds like a fire truck,
Maybe you should.
not police.
How's the 33 doing? Looks good at a distance. Yeah, let's take a look. We don't need to just sit
Whoop
here.
whoop! It's the song of the police. Whoop whoop! It's the song of the police.
Sound of the police. Isn't that Sting?
Funny.
Gordon
Really
Sumner.
funny.
All right. Yeah, 33 is doing pretty good, man. I'm getting a little cyanobacteria in the substrate, but I also have nothing that dwells in the bottom of this tank. The only thing in this tank is rainbow fish, so I need to get some bottom dwellers. I'm thinking getting a handful of plecos, maybe some catfish, something. I know a guy that's got
Get
plecos.
Yeah, but I thought you was going with an Australian themed tank there.
What? Oh, I don't
An
know.
Australian, an Aussie tank.
I think a lot of these are from Indonesia, aren't they? I have no idea actually.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the Irian Jayas are Indonesian. Don't know about the other fish. Not sure where Bozeman I come from. I'm not sure where Allen I come from. But yeah, I gotta clean this tank. It's getting a little algae on the glass. So yeah, it's starting to get a little blue-green cyano here, up against the glass here. A little bit on the substrate there. I did turn the light as dim as I think it can go. So hopefully that might have had it a little too hot, like juicy. Hang on a second. I thought I turned off those blue lights. Maybe, is this a flaw in the Higers? Let's see. Let's turn off the blues. Just keep it whites. Let's go.
Bunny wants to know what size racks do you guys prefer?
This is a loaded question, Bunny.
Window Liquor says my
A
wife's
cups. Oh.
DD are awesome, Bunny. Double D's.
Hang on a second. I want to try something here. I'm gonna turn the lights off for a second. I thought I had it set dimmest, and suddenly it wasn't dim anymore. So let me try something.
Keith says all racks are nice.
All right, I'm gonna power this off. We're gonna leave it off for like 20 seconds. I'm gonna turn it back on. See if it remembers what it was turned off at.
Barbara Jackson says, I really like the size of that tank.
33 long. Yep. It's a nice footprint.
33 very low.
Yeah.
4 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot.
Uh,
Is it?
I know it's sort of roughly about a foot. I think it might be a little taller than a foot, but yeah, it's like right around the same, like right around a foot high. I don't know about deep. Let me check it. I think it's 18 inches deep, but isn't it it's the same footprint as a 55, except it's just shorter.
Yeah.
Let me get a tape measure here and I will measure it. I forget the exact dimensions, and I have a cheat sheet on it, but this is, 12, 12 and a half. No, what is it? Yeah, almost 13 deep. I guess I was wrong about that. 13 high and 4 foot long. Yeah, so 13. Okay, yeah, that's what 55s are. 13. It's the 75s that are 18. Got it. Let's see. Nope. See, all right, that is a flaw. The higher light, when you put it on a timer, turn it off and turn it back on, resets to its default settings. Well, then I guess I got to take it off the timer because it has its own timer. I was trying to just hook it in with the rack, but
Alishon says Hidden Reef still has a bunch of 33s. They're no longer being manufactured.
yeah, that's what I hear. Aquarium is no longer making their 33 longs. So whoever has them,
3G
has them.
says
So
I
they're
have
going.
a,
That's where I got this. Alishon hooked me up.
yeah, 3G says I have a 3'5", a 3'5" shelf wire rack. I use 3 shelves with 3 tens on each shelf. That was painful.
That was painful, but that's definitely cool. What was I gonna say? This shelf is one of those Husky racks from Home Depot. This is I think it's the 64-inch long, something like that. That's wide. It's not quite, and it's only 50 some inches high. I can't remember the exact dimensions. It doesn't go all the way floor to ceiling. Where did I do with this? All right, we're gonna try and unplug this light because we don't want it plugged in there anymore. Boom. I feel nauseous again. Oh god. Wow. Set that over there. Ooh. Now I want to set this on its own dedicated plug that is not part of anything that turns on and off. I think these are heaters. This would be a good plug. Okay. I think this goes on and off. Yeah, well, I just turned the rack. Didn't I turn it? No. Hang on.
You're spazzing out those fish.
I'm spazzing out myself here. Did that turn off? And then we know that this is on a timer. No, this did not turn off. Okay, cool. So that's what I needed to know. This is a good plug. If I can get to it. Hang on. There we go. Oh, jeez. That must have been the plug wire. I gotta stop tripping over this plant. Wrecking that end of it. Should turn this the other way. So that the cord is not dragged across the whole entire back of that thing. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to turn this down. Maybe not that dim. And I'm going to turn the blues off and the reds and just keep it white. There we go. Now that should work on its own. Wait, I got to turn this timer.
What kind of light is that again?
This is the Higher light that's got its own internal timer on it, right? And what I just discovered is that when the rack powers up, I had it hooked up to my my timer light, right? The timer for this rack. Most of these tanks on this rack are on one timer.
Right.
And I had that light plugged into it, and I thought it would remember the settings when it powers off and powers back on.
But it didn't.
But it doesn't. It just resets to everything on. So, but it has its own built-in timer, so when it uses its own built-in timer, it remembers its settings. So I just had to plug it in its own plug. And 6 hours from now, it'll turn off. Okay. Do mystery snails need a male to fertilize egg clusters, or do the females stay fertilized? Don't know. I don't think they need at least to be fertilized. I think it might be one of those things where they get fertilized once, they can use it for a while. But I think they, it's not indefinite. Because I remember
Yeah.
I had a mystery snail that kept laying clutches, and eventually she just stopped laying clutches.
Hmm.
So I think she had enough in her to get all that out, and then didn't do anything more, or she might have just aged out. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a good question. And the
He
worst of it
says you
all,
need a male and a female.
yeah, I know you need a male and a female, but I don't know if it's like, how long it's like a guppies. You need a male and a female, but that female can keep spitting out fry for a long time after she's seen that male, right? Mystery snails are
Yeah.
gonochoristic. This means they are both a female and a male snail must be available for them to reproduce. Okay? We'd established that they need male and female, but how long can the female keep producing eggs from one male? Or is it just 1 to 1? That's a good question. Where's Roxanne when we need her? Foxy. She's a snail
Yeah.
expert. I'm sure mystery snail guardians too.
Yeah.
The males are useless. Just doing it for fun. Oh, my rack's still off. Okay, cool. Great. Lower internet. Be right back. Cool. What size is that tank? That's a 33 long. Mystery snails, yeah. Yeah, well, like ants. Like ants are like that too, right? Female queens. They only ever mate with a male once. And they keep using that DNA to make every ant in the colony.
Wow.
And then some.
That would be a dangerous trait in humans.
Yeah, pretty wild. And the thing that's crazy about like the queen ants is like whatever the colony needs, she just starts making them. Oh, the colony's doing great. We need some male drones to send out and females to send out to make a new colony. Starts making those eggs. Need more workers. Starts making those eggs.
Window Licker says
Oh, the
Higer
lights just went up.
timer loses time over time. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah, and plus, if there's a power outage or something, or if the power blinks, I'm sure that's going to reset the whole kit and
The
caboodle.
the whole
Because my experience, they don't
yeah.
actually ever power off. They just go into a low. The light goes into a low mode. Like it almost
Power
doesn't.
setting.
Yeah, it's still generating a little bit of light, but it's not like. I don't think it's producing anything. Like it's almost like a light. It's almost so dim you can't see in it. You know what I mean? But it's on.
Mm-hmm.
Like this light's doing
I
it right
see
now.
you already have some green algae on that
Yeah, I was just talking about I got cyanobacteria growing.
$50 rock.
Yeah, but this light's doing it right now. Look, this is in its low power mode. I don't know if you can see that.
Maybe ambient light in the room as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you got a lot of light in that room. You know?
Yeah, I have
You
the
know?
the overhead lights on the whatever the track lighting. Those are all full spectrum lights, and I have them. Well, I had the old ones. I got to set this timer up again, but I had them on like a cycle too, to kind of they would ramp up till about noon, and then they would get full power, and then it would, at about 7 o'clock at night they would start ramping down to 0, and at 8 it would be off. So the fish room would go through, you know, I think at 9:30 in the morning, something like that, maybe even earlier. I always used to turn on my lights too. So I gotta set the schedule back up because when I changed my router, everything got screwed up. So I gotta revamp the light. But I kind of like that whole everything goes sunrise, sunset thing in the fish room. Plus, there are some windows to the outside here. Even though I am in a basement, the windows are above the ground. Like when you walk outside, the windows are like at your knees. But down here, they're obviously at your head. And they get some sun,
Yeah.
so they get natural light. Some of the tanks over here, you should
Mm.
actually get hit with sunlight.
Yeah.
But it's all diffused light because it's everything down here is privacy windows. That just comes through.
Mm.
But Bunny viper.
Sounds interesting.
Isn't it? I stopped feeding mine in excess, but I still find so many clutches of eggs on top of the tank. I hate to turn down the temps as the fish are comfortable with those temps. Yeah. Yeah, somebody said take them out and freeze them. The only reason
I
I want
wonder if
smart
the
lights.
fish will eat them and it crunch them up.
Yeah.
You know.
Goro says he wants
Fish
smart
food.
lights so that when the power goes out, you can just resync them all. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of nice too. Because most of the mechanical ones, if the power's out long enough, you got to reset them all to whatever time they're supposed to be at. Because then you're an hour or 2 hours or 5 hours or whatever hours off. Yeah. Same thing with the Hydra lights. When the power goes out, you got to reset it. The Fluval ones, you just have to reconnect to the, once I guess the power goes out and they reconnect to your network. No, those are Bluetooth. So yeah, you just connect to them and your phone sends them the correct time, I believe is what it is. And that's how they run their schedule. Otherwise, their internal timer gets reset to midnight, and then they run on that time. So you just have to correct whatever time their schedule is, because they remember their schedules. Have to do water changes, so they'll be bobbing in and out. Right on, Lady R.
It's 11:34
Yes.
now.
Gonna see. Let's see where these babies are at. What their little container temp is at. 75.5. 75.4. What's the tank at? 75.5. 75.4. What does it say over there? 75.9. Yeah, I think we're actually pretty good. Probably drop them. I think temps seem to line up.
Yeah. What I have done is I use a smart plug and I plug my I plug a surge protector into it, and then I plug all the lights that don't have their Wi-Fi into that.
That's how a lot of my, well, that's how most of the main rack here works. That's on the one of those Wi-Fi plugs, right? So when I say, you know, Alexa, turn off rack 1, turns off rack 1.
Yeah.
Obviously, I just took that light off of that circuit. That one down there is a Fluval planted light that's got its own timer that's about to turn on at 1 o'clock. Everything else is on that timer. These over here, well, these 75s were on a Casa timer, but now the only one that's on it is the one on top, and this is the 75 rack. So when I say, Alexa, turn on the 75 rack, she turned on the 75 rack. If she heard me, there she goes. But obviously that one's on its own timer now.
Yeah.
Alexa, turn on rack 1. She didn't hear me. She said, I didn't hear you. Hold on. Alexa, turn on rack 1. I'm also in the next room. She's not really hearing me. Okay. The one up here, this is also on a Fluval light. That's a Fluval. That's a Fluval. The one behind me is not a Fluval. That's a Fluval. That's why that one's not on too.
You should just slap Alexa around a little bit.
I should. And then some of these are on mechanical timers, like my 125 is on a mechanical timer. These are on a mechanical timer. This is a Fluval Aqua Sky.
George.
That's a mechanical timer.
Planted Tanks just said my Alexa is having a fit now.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry. All right, we're gonna dump these guys in the tank. Thinking maybe we take this, slide it that way. Take this, turn it.
And Chris says, you just set off my Alexa for the 3rd time. LOL.
Oh well. All right, we're gonna dump fishies and a bunch of them home. Go live with your mom. Oops, I didn't realize I wasn't even looking at that. Might have to lower this. We'll lower this in a sec here. Let's make sure we didn't have any clingers. Sure everybody left that's supposed to leave. Let me rinse this.
They're probably saying to themselves, "Oh my goodness,
Finally out of that pool.
what happened?
Yeah, really.
Our world just got so much bigger." Seems like it's my show now, people.
Now, I just wanted to clean that container real quick so I can set it back up in the other tank. And it'll be ready to go.
I see.
But in the meantime, let me move these guys this down so we can see the babies. Not down low enough. We gotta go lower.
Go lower.
Oh my god, I almost fell. Now we're too low. And we're uneven. There we go. And all these guys hanging out up there at the top. Look at how fat that guy is.
Why are you fat shaming your fish?
I just see his big belly on him. I did feed them some brine shrimp, baby brine, last night, so they're probably still stuffed from that. Put all that waste in there, whatever, and it's all beneficial bacteria. Wow, some of those guys, that guy looks real little. He must have just hatched.
Is that water spots on the tank, or is that eggs inside there?
No, there's air. It's because I did that water change. It's got like little air bubbles.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure that's what that is. What it looks like to me. Yeah, those are air bubbles on there, and then they actually look a whole lot bigger on the camera than they do in the tank. And then you know, when I dumped the tank in there, I put a bunch of mulm in there too. So. All right, well, I'll keep those guys going. I gotta make sure I double check the temps on this tank to make sure I didn't set the.
He's taking off. Have a good day, folks.
Yep, Keith, take care, man. And yeah, we'll gotta double check the temps on this to make sure I'm not like I didn't set it's like 87. Just bake them.
Don't forget, Jason has a discount code for Keith's website.
Yeah, that's what that whole Nightbot thing was supposed to do, but I guess it's not working.
Yeah.
But
that was a big epic fail.
It was an epic fail. Epic.
Epic.
Of epic proportions. Yep. Anyway, here's whoops, that's the wrong one. Go into Keith's site. You want to save yourself some money? Use that code. He's got a lot of stuff. Plants, supplies, foods.
Handmade caves. All kinds of stuff.
Botanicals. Yeah, check it out. Stretch your buck, man.
Stretch your buck.
Alright, I can put this lid back on.
That's what she told me.
Lid is on. Let's close the lid. Lid is closed. I'm going to set a timer for an hour so that I remember to check the temps. Okay, in an hour, I will make sure that we're not cooking the living hell out of these fish. And then that's about it. So I got to set up the
That's about the size. Where you put your eyes.
I got to reset.
About the size of it.
I got to reset the fry tank. The fry container. Stick that tube back through that hole. Come on now. I don't have enough hands sometimes. Set that there. Need that at the moment. I just see a fry.
Oh, you know what? I just got it.
Just got what?
Huawei. Huawei is why are we always yelling?
Okay. Yes. Okay, now I understand what you just got. I didn't know you didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
I didn't. I used to hear people say, "Hey, Huawei's here," and I was like, "Who's Huawei?"
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Um, Window Licker says, "Jason, what happens to your settings on stream? Do you change, or is it you're typing different things? I'm curious."
What do you mean? On typing different things?
I don't know.
Hey, who asked
He
this?
says, "What happens to your settings on stream?
Do they
Do
change?
they change, or or
Is it
is
you?
it
Oh, it
you typing different things?
says
I
trying,
am
trying different things.
curious."
It says trying different things. Helps if
Oh,
you read. If you
trying,
helps if you
trying.
read the words he's actually writing. But yeah. Um.
I
I
read the
think a lot of
word I
times I'm
think
trying
he
different
wants
things.
to
Let's
type.
see. It depends on what we're talking about here.
Right.
Some of the settings are the same. Some things I do things. I try new stuff sometimes. See what works. Sometimes it doesn't.
See, why are we always yelling? Says I'm not Huawei. I have no idea who that guy is.
There you go. Well, maybe we're all confused. There you go. This is the code. Big shrimping. I'll pin it.
And Koro says, "Why are we always yelling? Is a man. Huawei is a woman."
I see. Huawei is non-binary. There you go. Nice. There you go. Why are we always yelling in Huawei or forever two people? And yeah, okay, so babies are in the tank.
And who's Grasshopper?
That's like a saying, I think is what he's using. Like, okay, grasshopper. Like,
Oh, you
it comes
mean
from
like
Kung Fu,
Kung Fu?
the old
Yeah,
Kung Fu
Grasshopper.
grasshopper. Yeah, David Carradine.
Yeah. The master used to call him Grasshopper.
Yes, yes.
As quickly as you can, snatch the pebbles from my hand. When you can snatch the pebbles from my hand, it will be time for you to leave.
There you go. Sounds like you saw that show.
I used to love that
The
show.
old one, man. The old one was great. Loved it too.
Yeah, well,
They had the
yeah,
remake
that's the
of it.
one I'm talking
They had like
about.
the Legend Continues or whatever the heck that was. But he was like an old,
Yeah,
you know.
that was crap.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm talking about the
Although
original one.
apparently David Carradine in real life like held off like eight cops or something like that while he was like high on cocaine. I think that
Yeah,
was him.
well, what I could never understand is he wasn't Chinese.
No, he wasn't. And they never addressed that once in the show, did they?
No,
I always thought that was weird too. But whatever.
he was just an American living in China. I don't know.
Somehow he became orphaned or whatever and lived with monks. And then he killed.
Monks
Didn't he
in
kill like the
China. Yeah,
emperor or the somebody's like the kid, some kid emperor leader guy. That's when he had to flee to the Americas because they were hunting him down. They went to go visit this. I think this is how it went down. They went to go visit this like kingdom thingy, whatever. And there was like a little brat kid that was like the prince or king or something, and he threw a spear and killed the old guy. And then David Carradine turned around and grabbed the spear and threw it at and killed the kid. And then everybody went,
mm.
that guy needs to die. And then he got a boat and went to California. And then he wandered the earth. At least the Americas. I think
Yeah.
that's how. Oh wait, There is a grasshopper here. Holy cow. Good morning, grasshopper. I'm a real boy. Nice.
Wait a minute, there is a grasshopper.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's this movie called Scary Tunes, and the first scene is David Carradine putting a noose around his neck. Oh, oh,
because
that's
why am I always yelling is
that's
saying
horrible.
that
Yes, I
I'm
know that's
I'm
still
no
tune on us.
and I'm in no relationship to the person named Grasshopper whatsoever.
I
Whoever
didn't even know
that
grasshopper
is.
was like.
So
Apparently, grasshopper's real. Well, hello,
yeah,
grasshopper. Thanks for being here.
duh.
Well, now we all knew who grasshopper is.
Yeah.
David Carradine. Yeah, I guess he didn't. Never mind. We're not going down that road. How the legend ended. Look that up someday. It's a weird road. All right, I was going to add some water to the tank that I just took all the water out of because it's a little low. Luckily, I just have this
Yeah,
jug.
and I always wonder, you know what I used to wonder as well?
Hmm.
Is why nobody never just pulled their gun and shot him.
Yeah, well, there was a couple times he did, and he always be like kung fu and get up there and jam the gun and take it out of their hand and whatever.
Or did he catch the bullet in his teeth?
No, I don't think he did that. That would be impressive. Was it? There was a movie like that, wasn't it? Remo Williams or something like that. Yes. Anyway. Yeah, he could have been shot a bunch of times, but no, he never did. Oh well.
And why are we always yelling? Is saying, "Yeah, I don't know who Grasshopper is. How can we both be here at once?"
It's hard to know. Never know.
It could be done. It could be
No, it's
done. Maybe
impossible.
Grasshopper is your clone.
There is never a way for for one person to run more than one account. It's just not unheard of. It's unheard of.
Unless it's his clone.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, his
Well,
clone's cheap already, so
yeah, it seems impossible for one person to be using two accounts. Yeah, exactly. It's just, it make no sense. It's clearly impossible.
clearly.
Clearly.
It's never been done before.
And everything you read in chat is true. Exactly. See? Koro knows. I'm trying to kill some of that glare. That glare is horrible. Maybe I turn the lights off. I just turned all the lights off, so it probably got real dark in here. Oh, I got too
And
dark.
might I add, everything we read on Facebook is true.
Yep. Exactly. And believe everything the news tells you and everything politicians say. And you'll have
Paul
no
Cetera
problems in
says,
life.
Paul Cetera says, has anyone ever seen Kirk and Jason at the same time?
Hmm.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I don't know.
We could be the same person.
We could be. And you really are hearing the voice in my head. Wouldn't that be a...
Yeah,
You like to choke me?
I'm really the
Fish
voice
frenzy.
in
What type of
Jason's
fish
head.
babies? These are pseudomugil furcatas that are I hatched out, and I don't know if you were here when I did the when I moved them from their little
Cora said
hatching bin that I hatch them
Jason
in.
is just a ventriloquist dummy of Kirk's.
Maybe it's the other way
He
around.
got that one right. He nailed that one right on the. He nailed that one right on the head. You're my dummy.
Yeah, right. It's funny. Remo William, how many kids tried to
It is.
poking their fingers through a board of wood? Yeah, exactly. That movie was funny. Jinx. Uh-oh! They're syncing up. too funny. Clearly, how could one person operate 2 accounts? It's impossible. Not possible. Yeah, but these are frittata babies. That's a good point, Koro. You only see
Because if
me.
that were possible, I would be my biggest fan.
Koro says that we only see me,
Just
therefore I'm
say.
the puppet. That would, I guess that's logic. That would make sense. Well,
And I am the puppet master.
end up trying to hit show, but I keep hitting the wrong button. There you go. Somebody hit it. Somebody else got it.
Check out what grasshoppers.
I know. That's what I was trying to prove it. I was trying to prove it, but I couldn't hit the button. It was moderator held it for somebody. It's funny.
Grasshopper.
Okay, well, I think we've accomplished everything
Also
we need to
grass.
accomplish today.
Also
And we're at that
grasshopper.
phase in the
You
stream
are
where everything
so
just
correct.
goes downhill. So I think we maybe should end it. All right, those babies are still in there.
They
One.
look.
There's that
They
one.
appear to be doing good. They seem not to be in distress at all.
Yeah, you know, it really wasn't that much of a temptive, honestly. And the
Yeah.
water is very similar. I mean, I just did a water change in this
Right.
a day or two ago,
Yeah.
and then I did a water change on
Mm.
that one. And oh, the other thing I want to say, remember I found
Is the
mystery
flow
babies?
different though?
Well, it's got the sponge filters a little bit higher of like bubbles on the surface, whereas they had that trickle and feed thing.
It's just a
So
flow.
yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
sure it's probably got a little more flow at the top there than there might be used to. But I think they were
Yeah.
just kind
It
of.
looks like
I know I saw them kind of like pointing up at the top and whatever they were doing. The babies up there kind of. There
they're
are some
probably
little ones
just
in there,
searching for more food.
or they're just trying to figure it out. Like what the heck just happened here? They literally grew up in like what is it, like a 8-inch container. It's like 3 inches deep.
Yeah,
Now they're in this huge thing. They're like,
now
whoa.
now they're in a bright new world.
But there are some babies in that are kind of small, so I'm thinking they might have been the last one. And it's been a while since I put any eggs in there. It's been a couple of weeks. Like,
I just seen one spazzing out.
yeah,
Spazzing
I
out.
see them spazzing out every once in a while. I think they're just testing their limits, you know. I don't think they understand glass yet.
Either that or he just has the zoomies.
True.
Maybe he has the
You might
zoomies.
have to zoomies.
Oh yeah, because remember he was in a plastic container where you could see his boundaries.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now he's in
Now they're
a
in
glass
glass, right?
container, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think
So
there
they're
might be a whole lot
probably
of difference.
thinking that you're one big ugly fish swimming outside,
Yeah,
swimming
right.
all around them.
They would always kind of freak out a little bit when I came and looked at them from the top because they could always see me from above the water. But no, what I was gonna say is I don't know. Remember the tank I just took them out of? There was a couple fish that I found in the tank, and I wasn't sure what they were. I think they're luminatus. I put my one Gertrude in here that I found in the sump, and the other, well, I don't know, man. That one definitely looks luminatus like, so I think that one is a luminatus. There's two other little ones that might be luminatus. So
It appears that Wa- Huawei is taking off.
yep,
His
right
brain
on,
is
Huawei.
his brain is hurting from trying to operate 2 accounts at the same
That's
time.
not. Come on, you can't fool me. It's not possible. But yes, thanks for being here, Huawei. And Grasshopper, if you're taking off too, I guess we're just glad to see you. And we're going to get out of here in a second. I just want to add some water to this tank. And what do we got going on next week? We're going to be here next week?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Sunday.
Next
Yeah.
week.
Well, yeah, we might have to
That's
cut it
Super
early
Bowl
next
Sunday.
week. Because it is Super Bowl Sunday. But weren't we talking about I believe there might be some gathering of a couple people. Because
Yeah.
I have that fish tank and stand for Skipper. I have a stand for color guppies. And they were going to come Sunday next week. Pick it up. Probably like noonish.
Someday next week or Sunday next week?
Sunday.
Someday?
Sunday.
Someday.
Sun.
Someday.
Sun.
Sun. Or
Sun. As
Sunday.
in the day after
I thought you said
Saturday.
someday.
The
I
day
thought you
after
said
Saturday.
someday next week.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
And we were talking about going to that fish store. So there might be a, well, that'll happen after the stream. The stream will happen. What happens after the stream? Up in the air.
Right.
But the stream might end early next week, or at least on time. We've gone an hour over again. Somehow I can't stop doing that. Keep the tank for yourself. What am I talking about? Yes.
Daughter's Day next week.
Daughter's Day? Is that what, I don't even know what that means. Sunday. I don't know. But of course.
Someday, viewer the rainbow. Via the rainbow.
Oh, jeez.
LOL.
Somewhere under the rainbow?
No, day via the rainbow. There the rainbow.
Over, see?
Over.
Someday over the rainbow.
Someday over the rainbow.
This is definitely time to leave. Okay, folks. Thanks for being here. I appreciate every one of you. Thanks for all the likes and anybody subscribing, whatever. Greater Portland Aquarium Society here.
Hey now, John. Get it right. Fly, eagles, fly on the road to victory.
Yeah. Well, you know, some things are just inevitable. Okay. That's it. Thank you, everyone. Hit the like on your way out if you haven't hit it already. Sub if you haven't done that either. Anybody watching the replay, love you guys. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any comments, any questions. If you want some stickers, email me. Got anything you want to talk to me about? Send me an email. Got any ideas?
Yeah.
Things you want me to discuss, go over? Send me an email.
He's open to a lot of stuff.
I'm open.
He is.
I'm
He
easy.
really is.
You got something you want to show me? Something
He's
cool?
easy.
You want to show me your tank? Send me an email. Whatever.
Send him an email.
Send me an email. Right there.
He's down to talk.
I'm down.
You know?
All right.
He'll try anything once. Anything. Literally.
Right. There you go. All right, guys. On that note, thank you all, and see you in the next one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.